just by the grace of God that we have made it this far. Good morning to you. Welcome to Wednesday, the 28th day of January 2026. This is Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. We're live also on all our social media platforms at 3FM 927. Good morning to you. I trust your morning has kicked off on a very good note, and I hope that you slept well yesterday. Well, if you didn't, it's another day. So get prepared and face the rest of the day. It's Wednesday midweek. Sometimes it can be funny. You know that Monday comes with a lot of energy. Tuesday still has some levels of strength. But Wednesday, that is when reality is checking in. That is when the reminder that bills are there comes. Plans seem to be moving slow. Messages you sent are still not seen. And you're wondering if your effort is even showing. And this morning, I'm here to tell you that keep your head up. Listen, keep your head up. Not everything good shows results immediately.
3FM 92.
Sometimes hard work doesn't shout early. Sometimes it whispers and sometimes it waits. But you may be trying your best with what you have, doing honest work. But the money is still not coming. Learning a new skill and the progress feels very slow. You are praying earnestly, but the answers seem delayed. I want to tell you that you are not failing, it means you are building. You are not failing, it means you are building. Life sometimes, it doesn't move at the same pace for everyone. Someone else's breakthrough does not mean it is your deadline. If your friend is breaking through, it does not mean that that is your deadline. It means that your time will come. I read something on somebody's status some time ago. It says, if my friends are succeeding, I honestly am very happy for them because it means that God is in my neighborhood. If your friends are succeeding, they are being successful, it means that God is in your neighborhood. He's just at the house of your friend. He has just visited the home of your friend, of your neighbor. You are the next he's coming to. So rejoice with your friend. Be happy for him. Breathe small, drink some water. Straighten your shoulders and keep going. This is not the worst that has happened to you, is it? You have survived harder than this. Wednesday is just a bridge, not the end of the week. And it is definitely not the end of your story. So keep your head up. You're doing better than you think. Take a moment, enjoy the morning. Take a moment and say thank you, God, for this journey of life. Welcome aboard to Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. Felicity Afenyo is joining us right now for some weather update. Felicity, good morning to you. Good morning to you, Felicity.
Yeah, good morning, Savi. Please, how are you?
I'm very fine, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well today, much better today than yesterday.
Great. How is Wednesday looking like?
Yeah, that day is looking Hamatan across the 16 region, dry and hazy. We expect the sun to also smile on us, so hazy sunshine is what we anticipate for the entire country. Visibilities will range between 1 kilometer to 7 kilometers. Temperatures will be hot for us, 37 over most places from the north to part of the Bega sector. The coastal street from Aflawu, Akozume, Guta, Keta, Tema, Accra, Adan, all the way to Cape Coast, Takoradi, we expect temperatures to be around 33 degrees Celsius. For the fisher folks, we expect the state of the sea to become. However, we have some rain and thunder clouds over the ocean. It's deep sea, so those that want to do deep fishing need to prepare for some rain over the ocean. Volta Lake Protocol, but the night to tomorrow morning, they have to watch out for misty and foggy conditions. Likewise, motorists, that will be using the road at night into tomorrow morning need to watch out for misty and fog patches conditions, especially if you are traveling from Accra to Nkoko, Accra to Ebri, Koforidua, Accra to Kumasi, Kumasi to Sunyani, also Ejifu, those in Ejura enclaves to watch out for misty and foggy conditions. So visibilities will be very poor at dawn hours, so they need to take precautions.
Felicity, thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you. Have a lovely day.
Felicity Afenyo speaking to us from the Ghana Metris chief forecaster. We'll first start with the headlines of some of the big stories on the front pages of the papers, and then we'll get into the details shortly. Starting this morning from the Ghanaian Times newspaper, the front page, restoring confidence in land administration. Government to cancel illegal land deals. That's according to the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. Government to cancel illegal land deals. Also, make Ga Dangbe languages compulsory in schools. Ga traditional council. It comes with the pictures of Gamanchani Takiteko Churu II welcoming the Education Minister Haruna Idrisu there. Also on page 3 of the Ghanaian Times, only Attorney General can defend OSP Act. Supreme Court rules, and UFO urges peace ahead of NPP internal elections, and that story is on page 14 of the Ghanaian Times. The back page of the paper, memo on second gas processing plant to be submitted to cabinet, according to the minister. John Jinapo briefing Professor Pokwajiman on and other dignitaries during the visit of the Vice President yesterday. Also, the back page, Nandom Midwifery Training College to introduce RGN program. These are some of the stories that the Ghanaian Times is reporting this morning. I'll take you to the Daily Guide newspaper. The front page says that NPP flag bearer race survey tips Ken to win 52%, and that story is on page 3 of the paper. A lot of polls and different results anyways. Survey tips Ken to win 52%. That story is on page 3. Also, SC adjourns 4 Tokonu cases indefinitely. Supreme Court adjourns 4 Tokonu cases indefinitely. That story is on page 6. U.S. police release Ninoy's prison mugshot. U.S. police release Ninoy's prison mugshot. Also, Ayawasu East by-election. Baba Jamal locks horns with Toure's widow. Comes to the pictures of Baba Jamal, Ghana's High Commissioner to the Republic of Nigeria. We'll be speaking to him this morning on Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. We'll be speaking exclusively with Baba Jamal. Also on the front page of the Daily Guide, sold public lands to be reviewed, Ama Bua. That's on page 6 of the paper. I'll take you to the New Finder newspaper. The New Finder newspaper. Front page, bond market turnover rises 14% to 5.29 billion cedis. Bond market turnover rises 14% to 5.29 billion cedis. Corporate values must be lived, not just displayed. HR consultant, cocoa sector risk could weigh on Ghana's growth outlook, according to an analyst, and Ghanaian banks to benefit from DDEP closure, according to Fitch. These are some of the stories that the New Finder is reporting this morning. Now to the Daily Gist newspaper. Deputy AG storms court with 4 commandos. That's on page 3. Deputy AG storms court with 4 commandos, if you like. We'll get to know what exactly the paper is talking about. Also, the front page of the Daily Gist newspaper, minority blasts government over lithium deal withdrawal. That story is on page 3 of the paper as well. Baumia's NPP's strongest choice. Baumia is NPP's strongest choice for 2028. Abu Jinapo is saying, and it's on page 4 of the paper. NPP tightens rules on Saturday presidential primary on page 2 of the paper. These are some of the stories that the Daily Gist is reporting this morning. And now to the Daily Graphic newspaper. Daily Graphic newspaper says that government takes over illegally acquired state lands. Government takes over illegally acquired state lands. Comes with a picture of Emmanuel Amakofi-Boa, his Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. Also, my job creation record puts me ahead. Kenneth Japan touts as he woos delegates. My job creation record puts me ahead. Kennedy Japan touts as he woos delegates. Also, CRC recommendation on education: maintain status quo on mission schools. According to the Christian Council, maintain the status quo on mission schools. Energy reforms yield $15 billion. No blackout in 10 months, according to the energy minister. These are the stories captured on the front page of the Daily Graphic. You go to the back page of the paper, and Konfanoche Hospital cath lab to be ready in May, according to the CEO of the facility. Other stories, a few other papers this morning. The Daily Times newspaper, banner headline: TCDA rolls out 85 officers to improve sector standards and discipline. And when I say TCDA, I mean the Tree Crops Development Authority rolls out 85 officers to improve sector standards and discipline. Also, President Mahama commends First Sky Group at annual Thanksgiving service. And Ghana sends 121 health workers to Antigua under labor exchange program. Also, GNAG urges DVLA to include artisans in specialized hospital project. Also, on the front page of the Daily Times newspaper, GAAM threatens legal action against EC over sudden cancellation of by-elections. These are some of the stories that the Daily Times is reporting this morning. From the Daily Times to the Accra Times newspaper. Front page: Alban Bagbin, Bafo Boni collaborates to uphold justice and rule of law. Alban Bagbin is the Speaker of Parliament. Bafo Boni is the Chief Justice. They collaborate to uphold justice and rule of law. NPP built the economy on page 4, but NDC takes credit. That's according to the minority leader, Alexander Apenyo Makin. Resetting the economy is shared responsibility, according to the BOG governor. And Unimac mourns tragic loss of student as Vice Chancellor seeks justice. Pring Park boss commends BOG governor for collaboration with Ghanaian media. A Hunter West MP is happy as Ayinda is included in educational curriculum. These are the stories that the Accra Times is reporting this morning. The Custodian newspaper says that no more business under certificate of urgency. Minority tells majority. They say that no more business under certificate of urgency. And that story is on page 2 of the paper this morning. Ashanti region stands with Bawumia, also captured on page 2 of the paper as he completes nationwide tour. Ashanti region stands with Bawumia as he completes nationwide tour. In just a few days, the NPP will be holding or having its presidential primaries, and the stakes are very high. Let's choose Bawumia to reclaim power for NPP. Abuja Napo to delegate. Let's choose Bawumia to reclaim power for NPP. Abuja Napo to delegate. Alcohol damages sperm, threatens male fertility. It is also captured on the front page of the Custodian newspaper. It says that alcohol damages sperm and threatens male fertility, according to Dr. Sefoga. Dr. Sefoga is saying. I don't know how some people will react to this story, but I want to say a special good morning to let's continue. Also, on the front page of the Business and Financial Times, this paper, DPC to sanction non-compliant institutions. DPC to sanction non-compliant institution, and that's on page 3. And despite diplomatic gains, citizens face structural mobility barriers. Standard Chartered flag strong 2026 returns amid AI bloom, and system-wide failures plague MMDA's financial management. These are some of the stories that the Business and Financial Times is reporting this morning. With 3news.com, it says that CD opens 2026 under pressure as January data show 4% depreciation, according to the Bank of Ghana. Also, Ghana's digital economy explodes as mobile money transaction hits historic 518 billion cedis. Utah KNUST backs calls for Director General of GTech and his deputy to resign by January 31. We cannot continue to transport manganese ore by road, Director of the Takrady Port. Also, Media General condemns brutal assault on Northeast Regional Correspondent. These and more stories you'd find on 3news.com if you log on today. Quickly to citynewsroom.com, it says that mobile money transactions hit 518 billion cedis in December 2025, according to the Bank of Ghana. And top stories this morning: rising housing costs locks Ghanaian youth out of home ownership. Will they survive? There's also Cedi begins 2026 with 4% depreciation against major trading currencies. 5 NDC Ayawaso East parliamentary aspirants to be vetted today. Vote and leave. MPP bans group gatherings at polling centers. You find these and more stories if you visit City Newsroom this morning. And now quickly to My Joy Online. It says the minority cries foul as 33 bills are rushed through Parliament and a certificate of urgency in 2025. Government to issue I Should Speed a Ghanaian passport. An abuse of democracy minority alleges systemic misuse of certificate of urgency. Also, Ayawaso East NDC Primary, Baba Jamal files to contest, says he's aimed to serve. There's an interesting one here. Mahama using Akufo-Addo's roadmap, Charles Bissiu on Galamsey fight. And 1,033 excavators now tracked as government tightens grip on illegal mining. These are some of the stories that you'd find if you visit My Joy Online this morning. Now I'll introduce Sixtus Don Ulo with this story that the custodian is reporting. Is on page 5 of the paper. Sixtus, I don't know whether you would want to take the story on page 5, the last one down there, the bottom corner of that, of the paper. But what was the headline?
I'm looking for it.
Yeah, looking for the story. Okay, it's on page 5. Just look on
page 5. TCDA trains 85 officers.
Next story.
To regulate. Okay.
Next
Supreme Court throws out OSP joinder application.
Okay, let's talk about that one, then we'll talk about something else. Is there what other stories on page 5?
Dr. Promise Sevoga, gynecologist and obstetrician specialist.
No, I didn't say whose picture. I said what story.
Alcohol damages sperms, threatens male fertility. Dr. Sefoga is the one speaking.
Read small, let's see. Read small of that story.
Gynecologist and obstetrician specialist, Dr. Promise Sefoga, has warned that male fertility is significantly affected by alcohol consumption, lifestyle choices, and environmental exposures. Three things: environmental exposures, lifestyle choices, and alcohol.
And booze.
Alcohol.
Shows that it threatens male fertility.
Direct quote: alcohol is an enemy to your fertility as a man. Let the men say amen. Because alcohol damages the sperm.
Corey, are you listening?
It damages to the point of affecting how normal the sperm is formed. Doc, I think this, your statement, we need to sit down and interrogate. So what levels of alcohol?
That's the reaction I was expecting. I was just looking for your defense.
No, but Doc is not saying don't consume.
Yeah, you want to
I'm
know?
sure there are levels.
Okay.
And Doc has to be careful not to create the impression that those who already have children can go ahead to consume in excess capacity. Because when you read the headline, that was exactly the comment Corey passed. Corey said, well, I already have my own children.
So
Do I need to listen to Doc? Yes, you need to listen
So
to
he
Doc.
has no use for his sperms. That's what you're telling
But
us.
why are you highlighting only the alcohol? There are three things the doctor mentioned.
I mean, I'm just reading the headline.
Environmental exposures, you know what that means, Galamsey.
Yes.
If you are in a factory setting, that could also expose you. If, even as a journalist, those of you who wear tight things and come and sit long hours the whole day, you are sitting there.
In fact, Ghana, everything threatens everything. even the sun threatens your life.
Then he mentioned lifestyle choices. So alcohol consumption in excess is a lifestyle choice.
He added the in excess, no?
I'm sure if you read somewhere there to be there. But you cannot say that.
Oh, okay. That story is also here and in
It's
the
also
Daily
where?
Times. It says that, yes.
Daily Times.
Yes, Daily Times. It says that he has warned that male fertility is significantly affected by alcohol consumption, lifestyle choice, just like you're saying.
Okay, so let me give you another quote that justifies the point I was making. So with all these, avoid a lot of environmental exposures, like the air pollution. We call it traffic or industrial emissions. You know, avoid exposure to them. And then the elephant in the room, the heavy metals from Galamsey.
Yeah.
We are worried about. They get into the system, damage the ability of you to make normal sperm. Sperm becomes so badly abnormal.
It can have a
They
sperm
cannot fertilize the egg.
It can have a sperm that does not have head.
Yes. Or they manage to fertilize the egg.
A disabled sperm.
But the pregnancy formed is abnormal. This story, the person who picked the quotes, I mean, the sentences are not complete. So the baby comes with abnormalities. Okay. So first thing is that you have abnormal sperm.
Okay.
Even if you managed to produce a pregnancy, that pregnancy will be abnormal. Even if the pregnancy manages to manifest in a child, that child will be abnormal. So the risks are at all levels. So he's saying that cut down on processed foods.
Okay.
So now, you see, you are not laughing again.
Yeah,
Processed foods.
Well, that one is to me.
Keep diet as natural and wholesome as possible.
I want to ask that. So the processed foods basis is to me.
I don't know what you eat.
If you had said yes, I'd have said so. The first one is for you.
Which one?
You continue.
Environmental exposures. All of us are affected. Eggs without yolks are preferable. No, but seriously, doctors keep confusing us.
Yeah, they
Somebody says we should eat the yolk.
see so
Another person says don't eat the yolk.
they say that when we are eating from the plastic bag, it's not good. We say okay. Come and say that the saying or the saucepan we are using there's something inside. We say okay. We should not use plastic. We should not use the saying. So right now,
But the saucepan, no, too. Something is inside.
that's what they are saying.
So what should we do?
So we should put it in our house.
Charlie, but doctors are worrying us. Oh.
It's because things keep changing, and what they're saying, all what they're saying is not false.
So there's
It's-
something else Doc is asking you to do. He says, maintain overall health advice, focusing on nuts, especially tiger nuts. You know tiger nuts?
Atadri.
Yes. So a healthy diet should focus on vegetables and whole grains. Please forgive us. Well, this is about men's health. We need to talk about it. So please forgive us. Let's do this one. So tiger nuts. You know tiger nuts?
Yes, Atadri.
So
But right now it's expensive.
what is not expensive? The watches sellers are still not reducing.
Yeah,
so-
but they have tied small one be like this. You go and ask, they'll say 10 cedis.
Especially now that doctors are saying we should chew. Abi, at first you were chewing for your own reasons. Now doctors have confirmed your reasons.
No, at first people were chewing for taste.
Fruits and vegetables, while keeping a healthy weight.
True.
Those of you who don't take your weight, you just walk into the hospital, do the what do they call that one? Vitals. Let them check your vitals. That alone, then you walk out again. So things you must be doing. Things you must not be doing. Don't drink alcohol plenty. Avoid lifestyle choices that endanger your life and your sperm and the environment. Don't expose yourself to things that endanger your sperm.
Corey
and
says
your
I should
life.
ask you that. You said don't drink alcohol plenty. Is in the story, did they say plenty? Did they add that description?
Corey, call Dr. Sefoga and put him on the line. Let's ask him this question.
That should we drink? Should you drink? You should drink small.
Should you eat or not eat at all?
Then start to 20 But you continue.
Okay. So things you must do. Okay. So avoid those 3 things and eat fruits. Check your weight regularly. Nuts. So he's mentioned ginger as well. Ginger.
Yes. There's some in my pocket.
Ginger. So chew ginger. For those of you who like fufu, always do it with your fufu. And then tiger nuts. As for tiger nuts, you people are already doing it. He's just giving you a reason to continue. So reduce all of these will reduce the risk of developing diabetes and hypertension. So men.
Some advice for you.
Yes.
It's
I
good.
mean, we don't talk about men's health enough.
So it's good. It's good we brought this up.
We don't talk about it enough. So we need to.
Since you know that the NPP on 31st they are having their presidential primaries.
Don't stop saying 31st on Saturday. Today is Wednesday.
It's like 31st is far.
It's far. Today is Wednesday. Yes. So tomorrow is Thursday. The day after is Friday. So they have 2 last days to campaign.
People say that it is a contest of science versus prophecy. And the science is in 2 parts. There is the survey, polling, election polls, if you do it properly, is a science. So there's the survey that tips Kennedy and Japan to win. And there's that tips Dr. Baumia to win. And then there's the other element of...
Are you sure?
Oh, yes. Which one are you saying?
The prophecies are rather tipping. The prophecy that generated controversy Rather tipped Kennedy Ejapong to win.
Page
And,
3, Daily Guide. NPP flag bearer race. Survey tips Ken to win. 52%. Pan-African Civil Society Organization, Sanity Africa, has tipped Kennedy Ejapong to win the upcoming polls, pointing to a first round victory of 52%. The survey conducted between December 2025 and January 2026, released on Monday, shows that Mr. Ejapong is leading, and he's followed by former Vice President Dr. Bawumia on 40%, Bernard Champon 7%, Yawose Aduchum and Kwabena Ejapong 0.7% and 0.3% respectively. So one of the surveys says that Kennedy Ejapong will win. Global Info Analytics survey conducted between December 2025 and then January 2026, December 29, 2025 and January 23, 2026 projects former Vice President Dr. Bawumia as the clear front runner in the race. Bawumia 57% ahead of Kennedy Ejapong and other contenders. So then there's the bit too about the prophecy. Okay, so yesterday, Prophet Bernard El Bernard, you know him, Nelson Eshen, he's one of the prophets we have in Ghana. He says that the elections, it has been counted already, and then Kennedy Ejapong has won. No rigging, no machinations can change this. Kennedy Ejapong has won the elections. In fact, he also goes on to say that he won the 2029 elections, but 2028 elections, but let's hold on to that.
28 is which one? The next election?
Yes, the next election. Let's hold on to that and then talk about this. 2 signs, one prophecy.
I have had a conversation with my friends in the faith on prophecy. In fact, it's a conversation that we keep having anytime there's an election and we see the prophets, or we hear the prophets left, right, center, each prophecy contradicting the other prophecy because they are from different men of God. But I always say that God is consistent. We have a God of order or orderliness, a God who is consistent, very consistent, but who listens to his people. That if a prophecy reveals something and his people intercede, that is, if it is bad, intercede and say, avert this, or let this cup pass us by. God, in his infinite mercies, is amenable to averting that particular calamity that has been prophesied about. What I don't think and don't believe is that God is a God of contradictions, that God does not contradict himself, that God speaks with clarity, that you will not find God saying to one man, sacrifice your son, and to another man, sacrifice your daughter. So telling the same man from different voices, I mean. So all these contradictions we keep getting from our men of God. And sometimes when you want to discuss it, you have to be careful, because the anointing there, you cannot question it. You don't want problem with God. That's one that says that, touch not my anointed, is still life and alive in our times. You cannot go about attacking men of God because you don't agree with their prophecies. So the men of God themselves should be very careful, is not the word, circumspect is the word, with the prophecies they receive, how they relay these prophecies to us. Also minded that the prophecies would influence a lot of things. You recall I.G. Dampare and his controversial ban on prophecies, which generated a lot. He said, don't prophesy.
Republic of Umofia.
Don't keep your prophecy to yourself. Or if you think that it is life-threatening enough, go to the police with your prophecy. As controversial as that directive was, and as questionable as the directive to give your prophecy to a policeman is, because I'm not sure how the police investigates the spiritual realm. There was some merit to that directive. That there came a time in this country when there was just lawlessness in the realm of the church, where the men of God are giving contradictory prophecies about the same people or the same events. The men of God are rushing to proclaim, so they attract more members, or so they say they are powerful. And I have a problem when you hear a prophecy and the man of God says that if this does not happen, then I am not so and so. Respectfully.
But why do you have a problem?
Respectfully.
They know who they heard from.
You are merely an instrument of the realm.
And the realm has told him that, or her that, what I'm telling you is conk.
It is not your name. It is the name of God. So if you come and tell me that if this does not happen, then I am not Prophet Don Ulo Sextus. Excuse you.
So when they say that, it does not mean that they are the ones who cause it to happen. It means that wherever they are picking it from, wherever they are getting that information from.
Are you telling me God cannot change his mind?
That is what they are saying. That is not me.
So if God has given Prophet Crosby the prophecy that says that Baumia is the one to win the election, then the same God gives Prophet Dong the prophecy that says that Kennedy Ejapong is the one going to win the election. Is God contradicting himself, number one?
So in this
number two, the God who told you that Baumia will win, can he not change his mind to make Educhum win?
Okay. So in this case, it is like this. That right now you're looking at me.
Yes.
You can see my eyes.
Maybe.
You can see my nose. You can see my mouth. You can see my head.
Sometimes.
Okay. Somebody will also be looking at me right now, the same way you are looking at me, and the person will see my ear. So that's why they say that we see in parts and then we prophesy in parts. It is very hard for you to see the entire picture at a go.
As a prophet?
As a prophet, yes.
You will see the entire picture. You may just get the interpretation wrong.
The Bible says it, that we see in parts and we prophesy in parts.
You know.
It's okay. Let's not go there. It's okay.
Because getting the prophecy, getting the revelation is one thing. Interpreting it is another thing. That is why the same Bible says that to some he gave the gifts to speak in tongues. To others he gave the gifts of hearing. And yet to some others he gave the gifts of the various gifts of the Holy Spirit and fruits of the Holy Spirit.
It's okay.
So
the bit
you
about
you may receive, but you may not have the gifts
that
to interpret
that is
what
true.
you have received.
What you're saying is very true, but what you're saying is true, is a fact. And then another truth too is that it is true that
how many truths are there?
Is that we see in parts. we do not see the full picture.
That
all
is
the
fine.
time.
And you see, that even solidifies the point I am making. That if Prophet Crosby sees one part of it, Prophet Dong sees the other part of it. Prophet Dong should not rush to claim that if what he has seen does not come to pass,
because
then men of God, women of God question my anointing. That is very dangerous.
Well, it is for him, but he knows what he
not
has
just
seen.
for him, but also for the people.
He knows what he has seen, and
those
he's
who
putting
are saying
all
that
on the
those
line.
who are saying that Kennedy Ejapong will win, and already Kennedy Ejapong has gone.
Prophet Bernard.
El Bernard, and Kennedy Ejapong has already gone ahead to say. In fact, he's always raised suspicions about the what do you call it, about the fairness and transparency of the process. In fact, he is on record to have said that the last election he won it, but it was rigged in favor of Alhaji.
Okay.
And he went on to cite examples from even Alhaji's own constituency. You recall that Alhaji got 100% from his constituency. In fact, from his region. No, constituency. No, region.
I'm reading a comment here. It says, most of the prophets are not from God.
I beg you, that one, me, I'm not part.
So you, Kwadwo Fiagbeno, you, how do you? Anyways, it's a conversation that has a lot of legs. But the primaries is happening.
No, so let me land on that one. So Kennedy Ejapong is already suspicious, apprehensive. You can use all the words too. And you have come to now tell him that God has ordained his win. And that it is unquestionable. It cannot be disputed. Then you go into the election.
And then he loses.
Educhum wins. What do you think Kennedy Ejapong will do?
And he will not accept the results.
And what can that lead to?
He will contest it in court.
So that is the danger that men of God are putting us through.
Okay, so the NPP has tightened the rules on the Saturday primaries. One of that is that a key highlight of the protocol is the full delegation of the election process to the Electoral Commission. So the EC is fully in charge. The Ghana Police Service will be solely responsible for security and restricting access beyond security parameters to delegates.
That means that the candidates will not be touring the place with macho men.
No, unless you are a delegate who is a macho man. Well, they say it is only to delegates. So if you are a candidate and you want to use macho men, go and gym your delegates. There's also committee members, aspirants, and the official accredited agents. In a move aimed at preventing voter intimidation and maintaining secrecy, the committee strictly prohibited the public display of cast ballots, photographing of votes.
Say that I voted for this person. This is the photo.
I mean, every year, every election cycle, don't they ban photographs? But don't
they always do, but it still happens. Yes, because even again, Kennedy Ejapong has mentioned in trying to prove his point that he got some votes in some constituencies that were not given to him.
Yes, it's true.
He said people showed him pictures.
They always do.
They always do.
In fact,
it is wrong.
In one of my election monitoring activities or reporting activities, there was a place I went that overheard one of the agents saying that, "What the main chamba na resobenya." It was a passive comment. It went quickly through my ear. Like, you don't bring the proof.
But you couldn't question it.
Who are you? So the person was saying it and walking. Like, they don't bring the proof and see
whether you will get.
What will you get? And then he said the photo.
So our stomachs always come to play in all these decisions.
Prohibiting the public display of the cast ballots, photographing of votes, and gestures indicating voting preference. You can't go to the polling center and you're walking with 3 fingers.
Can the candidate do so?
No, the candidates cannot do so. Nobody can do that. You can also go there.
So on election day, on Saturday, Kobne J. Ejapong is touring some stations. He's going to vote at his center. After that, he decides to tour some of the places. Whilst he's getting close to the polling station, the people are giving him funds. He cannot do. What's his number on the ballot?
Kwabena J. Ejapong.
He's 5.
Yes, number 5.
5. So he can't do this.
You can't be waving. No, if you're waving your hand, your palm is not stiff like that. It is when you want to do number 5 that your palm is stiff.
Or Alhaji will go around doing this.
Yeah, you can't do that. But maybe you are there. You want to say that I rely on God.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cannot do any of those. So that's the move the party is saying. It has also ordered all regional executive committees to suspend any pre-planned programs, including workshops, retreats, meetings that involve the delegates.
Oh, but that comes without saying.
Yeah.
Okay, as in camping the delegates. But that's not usually done by the executives. Usually by the by the candidates. The candidates will say, oh,
the candidates represented by.
No.
Yeah, you don't know. Voting itself will operate as a walk-in process from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. and no congregation of delegates will be allowed at voting centers.
So if my delegates call me and say they don't have they don't have transportation to the place, I cannot help. I have buses. So Kennedy is a rich man. He has buses. Okay, I don't know whether he's into the transport business, but I'm sure he can easily access buses.
So
he has
so
a
can all
friend.
of them.
So he has a friend at Metro Mass. He will just pick a phone and say, "Oh, my brother, our delegates are stranded. Or can you release some buses to help our delegates?" He cannot do that. Is that not in federance of the party cause?
Okay. I just said okay. Oh, he can do that. Okay, he can do that. So let's leave it at that. But I mean, Bawumia is the strongest choice according to Abu Jinapo. So in fact, Kennedy Japan is also saying that his job creation record puts him ahead. So the contest is sweetening up. We have just a few days more.
Rather too late. You see, this is the kind of campaign we were expecting from the very beginning, based on issues. These are my competences.
Yes,
this is why.
So beyond the small, you do me, I do you, you throw it to me, I throw it to you. They are also campaigning on issues, on facts.
No, I know that. But point I'm making is that the you do me, I do you has overshadowed the issues based upon which the campaign is supposed to be hinged. And anytime we hear Kwesi Kwarteng and Miracles Abuaje talking, it's not about issues. It's not about what the two can offer first to their party and then to the generality of the country should they eventually go on to win. That's not what they talk about. They talk about who is a liar, how much who has lied, who is corrupt, how much who has stolen. These are not things that should be coming from within the party itself, because surely it will be used against you in 2027.
The minority is crying foul as 33 bills are rushed through Parliament under certificate of urgency. It has accused the majority of abusing the lawmaking process, warning that the passage of 33 bills under certificate of urgency in a single year amounts to legislation by ambush. You have reported in Parliament for a while. Can you, what's the meaning of the certificate of urgency thing?
There are some bills that will come through that if it is to go through the lawmaking process, you know, going through committee, being brought on the floor, read for the first time, read for the second time, read for the third time. It's quite a lengthy process.
Okay.
If it's to go through all of that, whatever the bill is seeking to kill would have, the horse would have bolted by the time the law is passed. So there are times that Parliament will agree with the executive that on this particular occasion, we can abridge the time and let the process be fast-tracked so that the bill can be passed. It is meant to deal with emergency laws. Let me put it that way. Let me give you an example. The COVID time, we had a number of laws that were passed by Parliament to allow President Akufo-Addo the mandate or authority to be able to take certain executive decisions and actions. So they had to pass a law to that effect.
Okay.
That law typically would have gone through a certificate of urgency.
So it's like a bill that says that this issue can't wait.
It can't wait.
We need the law now.
We need it now. We need the law like yesterday, and we are talking today. So we cannot wait.
So normally...
But they have abused the process.
Normally a bill goes through, I understand, at least 14 days before first reading, be debated at different stages, and then be carefully scrutinized. So when you want a certificate of urgency, see, it means that some of these waiting periods are skipped.
Yes.
Or they are shortened.
Yes.
Like you mentioned, national emergency, COVID-19, economic crisis, serious harm, international obligations. So how the process works?
So if you want a law to deal with COVID-19, and you go through or you come under a certificate of agency, that's something commendable, something we can all applaud. But if you want to pass e-levy, then you come under a certificate of agency. That's not something we can applaud. You get a difference. E-levy is not something that should ever even be dreamt about coming under a certificate of agency. Or you want to scrap e-levy and COVID-19, what do you call it? COVID-19 levies. Then you say you need a certificate of agency. It is not something that should. But you see, over the period, in the lives of the respective parliaments within this republic, the two political parties who have formed government have always found a way to abuse that certificate of agency rule. They will bring laws that should not ever come under, or agreements that should not come under certificate of agency. At the time that the opposition is shouting, here, we are working out, that is the time that the majority is busily working to pass those agreements or bills. Then there's a problem. Because then you don't get the opportunity to fully scrutinize, and you have a lot of things slipping through the cracks. The law is eventually passed, and the loopholes are gaping. You can see, obviously, that this law was meant to borrow the words, create, loot, and share.
Okay, so the minority is raising concerns, and I'm trying to find a few of the bills that were passed under certificate of agency, and then we'll see whether...
Last year.
Yes, last year. So there's the Energy Sector Levies, Amendment Bill 2025. It was introduced and passed under agency to raise an extra levy on fuel to address energy sector debt.
That is the 1 cedi imposition.
Yes, the Jinapo thing. There's the Ghana Medical Trust Bill, Trust Fund Bill 2025, the Mahama Cares Program.
Yes.
Fast track to support care for chronic diseases. These are just a few of them. Road traffic.
So the Mahama Cares Fund, that one was the time that we kept talking about the kidney disease, dialysis, and the need for intervention. So for such a bill, arguable as it may sound, you would need such intervention so that the bill will come under a certificate of agency to fast track the process. Well, if there were other intentions, I don't know. I'm just trying to give a reason why this may have passed or may have qualified. The levy one.
Yes, the energy sector.
The energy sector one is not something that could have come and... No, actually, yes. That was the time we didn't have the fuel.
See, if you... The two sides are true. All of them you can...
Two sides are never true.
Listen,
you like this thing too much.
All of them. You can, based on where you stand, you can argue.
No, it's not based on... You see, that's where the problem is. It shouldn't be based on where you stand. It should be based on the prevailing circumstances.
Yeah, some of
the
them,
set of facts that you are presented with.
COVID, we understand. There's the Bank of Ghana Amendment Bill. It was also passed on a certificate of agency.
Which should be questionable.
So the majority can come and argue and make sense why it should have happened.
Which is what I'm saying, that you shouldn't be arguing to make it make sense because you are majority. But that the set of facts presented to you, if it is presented to the reasonable man will agree. Normally we'll say the man in the Madina Trotro. If you give that set of facts to the man seated in the Madina Trotro, this man will say that, yeah, this one there, they didn't have a choice. And then they were right to have done it the way they did it.
If you give the same set of facts to somebody at Abokobi Trotro, who say that, no, this one can wait.
Which would then mean that you are arguing based on where you stand, not where the facts stand. Let's not.
I understand what you're saying, but the reality too is that. So why, if the facts point to the situation that it should go through under certificate of agency, why then is somebody still contending the facts and saying that these should not have gone through certificates of agency?
Because the person is looking at it from where he is standing, not where the facts are standing.
So then the two of them now.
I'm saying that, see, the energy one, recall that was the time that they said we had limited something, and we owed, and the people said if we didn't pay the money, they would. So you wanted to go through the full length of the lawmaking process,
that makes sense.
by which time
that
your power will be out. So then the same people will come and say, "Do president has returned."
It went through certificate of agency. We understand. Bank of Ghana Amendment Bill.
I don't even recall what that was meant to do. I think that was the one that also created some heated argument. I don't recall exactly what it was meant to kill. So but of course, Bank of Ghana amendments.
Stricter limits on central bank financing.
Financing.
For the government to safeguard its independence.
This
bars the central bank from buying government securities on the primary market and redefines emergency provisions that previously allowed officials to bypass the 5% lending cap to their prior year's revenues. So these are some of the reasons why, these are some of the facts.
How urgent is this?
But he went through certificate of agency.
Yes, so that's what I said. I made the point that both parties, both NDC and NPP, they have abused that thing. So it is not in the place of the majority to now turn around and say that, you know, they say when you point one finger, the remaining 3 or 4, you know, come to you. You see, they may be speaking from a position of experience to say that, yes, we did this in the past. It didn't help the country. It didn't help Parliament. It did not allow Parliament to assert its authority. On that basis, from hindsight, as the minority today, we are going to hold the majority to that rule, strict rule, to ensure that they do things strictly by the rules of the House. But that is an argument that the minority can make, which will be sellable.
Okay.
But
let's pick a few calls this morning. We'll come back and then we'll talk more. You can call us 0559-242-717, 0556-910-154. Good morning to you, Alaji Akondo. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Good.
Talk to me.
Your line is very bad. I can't hear you well.
If you can hear me, you can talk. We're listening.
Okay. So I've been listening to you this morning. And, you know, I think that, you see, this should be a lesson to every politician. No power, when it gets into your hand, don't think it's everlasting.
Unfortunately, we lost him. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my senior man.
Yes, sir. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Please, this is Bright calling from Abusukai.
Bright, please talk to us.
Honorable Johnny, you see, your man award, yes, to Abadi. As a much to Abani. And
it's true. We'll talk about that.
Yes, it's good board, the ma award be. Into a to Abani, is a code na Mudiba to dry the Amaya, near sweating to Abano, Amajoni, Amaniti.
No problem.
Because
we'll deal with that.
We'll
deal with that. Thank you.
Yeah, now we do code now to dry my sweating Abua. Maminchia Alaji Alcondo, charge of operation, any honorable Pikachu, and honorable Courage McAfee Nepeku, and Alaji Raouf. Onim, we share micro minority, honorable Afenyo Markins. We share parliament, and I say, Omotina, Omoma parliament, and Yakonobium. Because Nema micro minority a year our parliament in Nigeria, and so any baku see. Omuma ebo emba parliament no, non parliament say again how much it say Omuma abano hendi nejumadi our parliament house wo say den ninchi asie. Nyoma ense fatan kwa na honorable Afenyo Markins mu our parliament. Abrabano enyi ojuma ebo nyama enko yi ena fuwe aba for me ona wa Afenyo Markins ekoto fuwe la change between the party card fuel no ati aba from e dia mai na ye nya onfa so nti di ntina on my business and cause e wo parliament out ana be bia ntokwa na mu good parliament ni anymore.
Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, fine morning.
Yes, sir. Your name and where you're calling from? Talk to me.
Thank you and good work you are doing for Madagascar. Greeting to Johnny Hughes and ELN. Now, Kaka better mechanism, send your mini bright here, Cano. One is after your marking, was a foot to be or debate to before. Come MPP, our power. A son come make sure, say, or be two, now buying food. Send your day out, bay idea at the pata. So to myself, in Japan, your marking. It's Parliament in our honor. Mukwani, my micro minority, Musa, so to myself, Mr. Mubra Muwati. Now, from support Emma Domama, no one, no next time say do so and no one the way obey. At the same time, now about prophet. Some of the prophets in a fake prophets, so to myself, it is IDB Jamia, Obia or your prophet or Bessian Combia and Barcelona. And say you make sure that you never coach in a coach. Then you tell you.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, Crosby.
Yes, sir. Talk to me.
Let me say good morning to my MP, Honorable Prima Klugu, Honorable Edmond Agbo, the Honorable MCA for Gais, and also Jasper of Tema West. Also to my boss at Shipyard, Honorable Peter Kwesimes. I greet you this morning. You see, for me, I don't want to waste time on this minority because see, this certificate of urgency they are talking about, they've used anything in the constitution. Is it not in their standing orders? It is in it. So for me, even I heard one of the NDC members in place say, not even the speaker can say what he won't allow what certificate of urgency. So what is the minority talking about? They should give us a break. Also, I'm pleading with the so-called men of God. We are begging them. Because I heard Musa Dankwa saying in one of your sister stations that was some of the what these so-called prophets come to him that was he should give him his spoon. What are all this? And do you remember the same Anthony Kapp also said this the same thing in what one of your sister stations that was normally they are those that give the what they say, oh, this is a food that has come based on it and prophesy. What kind of nonsense is this? People calling yourself men of.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Cosby.
Yes, sir. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Nana Amwako. I'm calling from Boy in the Eastern region.
Nana Amwako, talk to me.
Cosby, Saturday, yeah, co election, Akuni Candinia, Obedi MPP, and Mestre MPP delegate say, Abana ye Cotonou, Jane Chede Ghana for Aircar. And Ghana Agadi for, Peter for, Carpenter for, Mason for, Trumpet. Even Vodra for MPP, the Mupe to media. Zero Kennedy, a compare quite upon the Democrat anymore, almost about Abamana. Who be some say DNC, almost a pan hour Abadaye, or a man of mine, or Jane Ghana from a penny man. Almost a compare quite upon the only politician. What the bottom was $6 million AC cardio center at the actor of mine Ghana. And you have a penny, you know, or employees of African for Edwin. The MP and a position be one couple Ghana and unemployment effort in Ghana Melbourne. I would give you a sense of Belman Peno Ghana. Or maybe the Ghana for the MP.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Frank Naloni, Dominion Amayo.
Frank, talk to us.
Minia, and a Friday, Mamma Pony, Samentia, Mr. Brown, Forestry Commission CEO. CEO for Papa, Michiana, no pay. Namemona Basso, Juma, would you Forestry Commission one day? A white form, my Juma, wow. Chamai 2, Elsia Chamai Communication Officer. One of the Mr. Ashamai for Monsan to much Chamai 2, non Samra. Opening Anamo Akose Ghana for 24 to Fre, a Canada Japan. Ghana for Temope, the Obeba, Obedi Matem, Obedi Asofatem, Obedi Bibiatema, Monko to Macanaja Japan. Why? Ghana for Minia, Sabri, our politics in Yatrao. They say Papa Mahama, Bibi, and Amium say Abatwo, a sworn password. Then an Ekufa, the Baumia Case, I teach for Ebina, omakwatia ewo ai osoro ahima mu no saa na ye papa mama amia hu se no oboboa di obe bia susu sanso no benya wasafi so ene ye toma ni ene ne Ghana ni bia ti hu de ama won su di de bia ne ya tete ne ma so a ya tete fatu so ya tete dollar so agwadifo atete ne ma so dava fo nti to roll fe mu a ne fatu aba fo ma obi I enjoy it is Ghana for MPP de mo mu tugu baby.
Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Yes, sir.
This is Haja Alima, the freedom fighter from Medina, Sobe Borden.
Haja, talk to us.
Thank you. My brother, I listened to my brother, Nana Mwako. But the fact is that I always say it, and I'll continue to say, that governance is not about carrying chairs around you everywhere you go, or telling chiefs to stand up and greet you. We've seen it in this country. And you say, in that case, we are here today. Ghana is free from all the mysteries that we went through 8 years. Today, we have a national security coordinator who is not a pajamas fashion fair designer. Who today, we see how our security in this country is being catered for. And we are in this country. We saw how people were complaining if they bring their goods at the ports, the way it vanishes from their container. Today, with the help of Major General Paul Seydou, we've seen how Ghana Port and Harbour is going on. With the board chairman, Honorable Johnson Atedun Ketia, we've seen how they are moving this country on. Who are we going to bring? Someone to come and lie to us that he arrested the dollar at the dollar break jail, or someone who will come and be insulting women, our private parts and our breast, how it looks like. No.
Thank you, Haja. Hello, good morning.
Hello, my brother.
Yes, Papa, how are you?
I'm fine, my brother. See, the way manner the MPP people, especially Affair Market, the way he's behaving these days, it is uncalled for. How can you just get up and say, Professor Jinana Opokuda as the Vice President has chosen Honorable Haruna Idrisu as running mate? For what? Why did you say that? What sort of life is that? Is he turning himself as a joker? Instead of him to come out with good plans, good statements that will, put this government on his toes, he's rather saying things that is not proper. This is a government that is really doing well. His Excellency John Mahama and his appointees, they are doing so well. Look at the way we look at the fuel. First in the history of Ghana, normally they say that price of things will never come down. But look at the fuel. Fuel is a typical example. Then the city, the strength of the city, typical example.
Thank you.
We can never have this under any MPP rule.
Thank you.
And we thank Almighty God for bringing into power the NDC government.
Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Please, no question. I'm going to free cash. For my opinion, to one of the Sujina. Obani, my memo abaso. Na mentia woni for my phone. Mentia ma di green. Honorable Akuga, aka Kufa Yukun, to Ashaman. Income communication, Ashaman. Na mentia na implementing, and I'm chairman to Sweden. Obani, Eya na uchi MPP for as we say, Yamo my Ghana no, yen nimupi. And you will hear so and from Koso. You will go from MPP. You might be a man, Yenim. And no more Congress, Yenim, some more Kikapamo. And then I touch a Kafa, Kennedy Japon. But to me, and to Yaba and friend to Chacha. You'll be over Coachina, you and Sammy Chacha. Obaya Marafaka, Marafaka, and then what actually. I see you say that the Mongo for no Moko Prime is no crime. Sabi. I 60 years, mom. Now, when would they believe you, man? They did that. The Batua Papa, here ye, Papa, is a Jondaman Mahama. What believe you, man? And the Amaye. Oh, after Mahama,
Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Crosby.
Yes, sir.
This is Collins.
Amamole.
Fantastic.
Okay, Collins, we're listening.
Let me take this opportunity to greet Peter Akwesi Mensah, Deputy CEO of Tema Shipyard, and then I'm to Eastern Regional Women Organizer. I'll go straight to FPP time coming this Saturday. And look, fact is fact. This confusion about this MPP primaries, you see, they don't like truth. Even if you are a person that always say truth, people hate you. And in fact, see what this man, Professor Paul Batty said. Told you, it's fact. It's fact. Look, we have a saying in a car language that unana wo etufua uko bisa umami. It's your grandfather, your grandmother who born your mother before you, the daughter or son. What you saying? Because we don't build from top to down. We start from classes, foundation, then you are on it gradually before putting the building or the structure on. Today, some confusion upon confusion. We are praying that it will go smooth and successful. But MPP never again in this country.
Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir. Your name and where you're calling from?
Calling to Yami from Afa. Me a friend at Lord. The referee is Dino Kunkatamanso. And now the pay my mentia honorable Erikopoku chief, baby or Wobia. And now Kunkatamanso mayor honorable TK. Obon Weduma pa Obeke NIA, a Dambia Wusia or Yadi. Me no calling a mianim Chamanjo, a chama for Montoman view. MPP for Koyo Mokoi. Omuchu Mumutan. Say, we no peace park no Costan, a paper so no Mosan. What's I have one teacher in Pana Junior? Omokoi, you see, your friend is saying. Ken, and we'll see hospital not say, and to bet such a Kwabama or Bia or Becate, and Cranny, who can near Papa Body Trim. Obio Betty Duma Miatem and Martin. And I will bet Bansam about Mia or Bia about Becate Mibesi Torre. Mama Mistiano, or non Alcotaman, another branch champion, over here on my hotel. And to Wabukan and some more. And young papa way, I am one I am a yase, and the MPP can say that way, conform MPP, do one MPP. When I MPP and you. I am between 1 minute here.
Thank you.
And then when your friend is saying, with them, we will be Samia Ukumina. Yes.
Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Your name and where you're calling from, please.
This is Juliet Kaswa.
Juliet, talk to me.
Yeah, there's a problem that I want to report. When you're driving along the Kaswa Strait to Malam Junction, the street lights are not functioning, and the place is very dark. And I don't think it's appropriate. The authorities should make sure they provide street lights. These are basic needs that drivers should have on the road so that they can drive smoothly. It's very bad. And I want to find out whether Baba Jama has resigned as an ambassador before contesting for these elections.
Baba Jamal
the
has
upcoming
not
election.
resigned.
Yeah, has he resigned?
He has not resigned. He's on leave. He's on a 10-day leave, according to him.
10-day leave.
Yes.
And does the constitution or the law permit him to go on leave for him to come and contest, or he has to resign?
Well, as it stands, there's an opening that is why he is exploring that option, that he can be on leave and still want to be contest to be a member of parliament. It is when he wins that he will have to be replaced, if you like. But he says that if
he doesn't win, he can go back.
He will go back to the place. Yes.
Baba Jamal and Ibrahim. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Yes, sir. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
My name is Abolo. You can call me Mr. Common Sense, calling from Bokwasi.
Mr. Common Sense, it's been long. How are you?
The good people of Tubu constituency, and especially my MC Akwete Abu, and your good friend Jasper Sama, Jasper of Tema West, incoming chairman of the NDC, agenda maintain the system meeting the room. So Alzheimer is doing well at it, and for 24-hour service is going on there, and two issues was carried. My brother, about the minority, I don't think they need at least, or we should give them attention. You remember during 2024, anytime where Russia, Ukraine, or Russia, Ukraine, after the election, have you heard Russia and Ukraine on Ghana? Have you heard it before? Now the economy is doing well, so the African market is saying that the measures that they put in place, that's why the economy is doing well. They don't know that they put measures in place that before they are saying Russia and Ukraine, well, that's why they are not doing well. My brother, I just want I also these people to vote for the woman. I just NASA to come and leave Ayawasu. Have a good morning.
Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Yes, sir. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
My name is Daniel Shita. I'm calling from Amomole.
Daniel, talk to me.
My brother, let me say a very good morning to my workaholic and hardworking DVLA CEO, Honorable Logas Kote, for the good work he's doing as DVLA CEO. Now, DVLA is attractive everywhere in Ghana, and my issue has to do with anybody who want to register his car or do license or anything, they should come to Adenta DVLA. We run 24 hours. Anytime at all you come, we are there. My brother, we are begging our market women. In fact, the government is doing its best. But still, some people are refusing to reduce foodstuffs on the market. Petrol or fuel has come down, dollar has come down, but people are every day increasing their prices. That is not fair. That's not good. We are begging them that the government is doing its part. They should also do their part because we all want better Ghana. We want better Ghana. And brother, let me end here for somebody to continue.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Anywhere that we don't go far, you're too so hard to die.
Mohammed, which one is your own?
Yakubu. I'm not Mohammed. Yeah.
That's why I've stopped adding the same name.
You get confused.
How's everything, Zenia?
Taliban is great. How are you too?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
We're still feeling the speed fever. I mean, I never knew. You know, after this whole speed thing, I have come to understand that no matter what we do, there would always be political connotation in everything. How does I show speed translate into politics? Now it has become a political war.
Why, what are they saying?
Some are saying that my papa, so speed has come here and he's roaming freely. I just don't understand. It looks like we have an iota of politics in everything that we do.
Yeah, so speed has come to Ghana is because of our papa. But I mean, during the former administration, other experts were also around.
Someone is angry that Sami Oku, his colleagues were in parliament having a press conference. He was in the coupon to meet a 20. That is his constituency. Like
somebody is angry that
he took his children all the way from Accra to Coupon to take pictures. I mean,
someone is angry that the name they gave to speed is very much
Kofi Akufu.
Is it the Kufu?
The Kufu. We are interesting people, you know.
Yeah, so
very interesting people.
Anything we want to add politics inside.
Of course.
We want to add politics
and inside. This is one of the times where I've seen a lot of people. Everybody has an opinion on the issue. Hey, you should have gone to know. Even the Shea Butter, museum that she finished the whole tour. Someone is saying that they are angry because they should have been in the north. Why do you bring a Shea Butter museum to the south? Shall somebody's private business?
No,
are we just the people who like to talk? Are we just people who like to talk?
That
Like
is
we
how
want
we
to
are.
have an opinion on everything.
Not-
Somebody's private business in Accra. You are saying it doesn't serve any purpose here. It should have been in the north.
But why should speed come to the south and not go to the north? That's what people are saying, Charlie. Everybody has an interest.
He had only barely 24 hours.
He was doing everywhere. Stop it. Small.
Now jollof has also become a problem.
Oh,
Who cooked the jollof?
But that one, they say, Speed says that we lost.
Yes, but the now Ghanaians
That
are fighting
who
among
cooked
themselves.
it?
Who cooked the jollof?
See, the jollof was so bad, damn, the guy slept. Charlie, food.
And then I've seen a lot of names flying around. Names of people who should have cooked the jollof.
I know, right?
They say Chef Abi should have cooked the jollof.
And then-
Alhaji Tiozi should have cooked the jollof. I mean,
And everybody is saying that the decision to cook the jollof was also politicized. Who to cook the jollof? Who cooked the actual jollof?
Asko usually said it was seized by the political. Jollof to political. How does jollof translate to political? I mean, seizure. They've done then yesterday I saw Alhaji Tiozi posting on Twitter that he has certificates in nutrition, something like jollof too. You need certificates.
Yeah, so-
Our mothers were cooking jollof for us to enjoy during Christmas. My mother doesn't have any certificates. Why do we do this to ourselves? We are just fighting amongst ourselves. The person is even gone. Oh. He's gone and was roaming in Namibia, but we are fighting ourselves. That we didn't show him Ghana proper.
Where else should he have gone to?
Some say you should have met Utumfo. Some say you should have gone to the north. Some say Kakum National, the Canopy Walkway. You should have been there. That is Ghana.
You come and live here.
Some say that to actually show a diasporan person Ghana, you need to take the person to the Cape Coast Castle. That is where they will get emotional and all that. The person went to Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum. He was told to take a tour and be emotional. He didn't agree to it.
When they said you should go and take a picture with the chief, he said that he wants to stand there. The chief should come.
I mean, that is cultural difference.
Yes,
He doesn't understand.
He does not understand.
He did a flip flop at the Chief's Palace. Something that if you and I do, Kokumenu, they will bring 3 sheeps.
Cow.
They will tell us to bring sheep 3.
And then the backflip in the jollof is also the same thing. Maybe he does not respect food as much as we do.
Yeah.
We respect our food, but to eat the food and then stand there and backflip into the...
But even that one, I saw some obolo sitting in the food chopping.
The food now, they say was bad. So, yeah,
See, do you know the number of people who were rushing that food?
They were hungry.
And no matter what speed does to that food will be consumed. You and I know. Somebody, when somebody saw that jollof, he knew that I've gotten my supper. That day. Let's now do some sports here on 3FM Sunrise with me, Mutala Yakubu. Coming up this morning, Hearts of Oak manager Masud Didi Dramani is still confident the Phobians can challenge for the Ghana Premier League title. Also in the FA Cup, Asante Kotoko have a big date against Adriana, and CAF is set to deliver verdict on Senegal in the next 48 hours. Let's start off from the local scene where Hearts of Oak coach Didi Dramani has expressed confidence in his side's ability to remain competitive in the Ghana Premier League title race despite trailing the league leaders Mediama by 8 points. Speaking to our sister station Akuma FM after their latest league fixture, the Phobians boss described the season as a long journey and urged patience and consistency from his players and supporters.
I think if you heard what I just said, I said we need to keep our consistency, and we need to keep our consistency and continue to improve. And once you keep your consistency and you are improving in every moment, you are sustainable. And so we just need to be consistent in our approach. And it's a marathon league. It's not a league that you can just say, I cut 2 matches and I cut 3 matches. We still have a lot of matches to go. And anything at all can happen. So we just need to concentrate on our game and then continue to improve on our defense phases of our team.
Masud Didi Dramani is the head coach of Hearts of Oak. Still on the local scene, Asante Kotoko will face Adriana Football Club in the round of 16 of the 2025-26 MTN FA Cup following the draw on Tuesday, January 27th. The two teams will face off in one of the few All Premier League encounters in the last 16 of the competition. In other games, top flight side Dreams FC would come up against lower tier side Inter Allies. 11 Wonders will go head-to-head with Atram Divise, while True Life would also battle Heart of Lions. Teshiman Liberty Youth and Real Tamale United will also square off in another exciting fixture, with Brekum Chelsea coming up against Tamale City. GPL League leaders Mediama Sporting Club would also host Samatex, while Nations FC will face Swedru All Blacks. Let's now do some women's football where barely 50 days to the start of the 2026 Women's Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco. 3 Sports Akosu AJ explores the Black Queens base in northern part of Morocco in the following report.
The landmark 2026 edition will bring together 16 nations, among them host Morocco, reigning champions Nigeria, and strong contenders Zambia, South Africa, Ghana, Tanzania, Malawi, Algeria, Burkina Faso, Kenya, Cape Verde, Senegal, Cameroon, Ivory Coast, Mali, and Egypt. The teams will compete across the Moulay El Hassam Stadium, Al Medina Stadium, Labi Zauli Stadium, and Fez Stadium, all vying only for the continental crown, but also for 4 coveted qualification spots at the 10th FIFA Women's World Cup set to take place in Brazil in 2027. Coach Kim Lasbiorkegrin and his squad, just 90 days after clinching their 4th Women's African Cup of Nations bronze medal in Morocco, set out on another mission: qualification for a pivotal continental tournament. Following a commanding performance against Egypt's Cleopatras, the Queens secured their place in yet another major competition.
In March, the Black Queens of Ghana returns to Morocco, who are hosting the Women's African Cup of Nations for the 3rd consecutive time. This time, they do not go to Ujda or Berkane like they did in the 2024 edition. They will be hosted in Fez as they play against tournament debutants Cape Verde, Mali, and Cameroon at the 35,000 capacity seater stadium that is right behind me. This stadium was the home ground for the Super Eagles of Nigeria during the 2025 African Cup of Nations. The Black Queens will start off their journey here on the 18th of March, which is a Wednesday, against Cape Verde. They continue on 21st and then on the 24th. Coach Kim Lars Bjorkegren will be hoping that for the very first time in his coaching career, he makes it to a World Cup. The Black Queens will also be hoping that after missing out on several World Cups since 2007, they finally make themselves proud and make the nation also proud.
It's going to be a tough group for sure. I watched the Cameroon squad the other day, and I was a little bit surprised in one way. There were so many like really good players in that squad. I knew a few about them of them before, but I also like found out like, oh, she's from Cameroon. I didn't know. So it's an amazing squad. We played against Mali in the previous WAFCON, a draw, so we know that they are a good team. About Cape Verde, I need to figure out a little bit more, but the most common is that when it comes new teams into a tournament like this, they are normally pretty good. So no, I'm looking forward to play against them.
From the 17th of March to the 3rd of April, the journey to the World Cup 2027 will begin for the Black Queens, who have not been to the World Cup since 2007. One thing that the team will be hoping for is to make sure that this time around they make it to the Continental Showcase
3FM
in Fez, where they will begin their journey. For 3 Sports, I am Akosia Eji.
My colleague Akosi AJ with that report on the Women's Africa Cup of Nations, which will start in March. Now let's head to Europe, where the last group phase fixtures of the UEFA Champions League starts today, with the holders Paris Saint-Germain, Real Madrid and Liverpool among the clubs battling for direct passage to the last 16 of the Champions League into the final round of the league phase this week. 15 teams have already sealed their progress to the knockout round, but the further 17 sides will be competing for the remaining places, with all 18 games kicking off at the same time on Wednesday, that is today. The top 8 received a bye into the last 16, while the next 16 teams enter Friday's draw for the playoff. Although Paris Saint-Germain demonstrated last season that it's not obstacle lifting the trophy, Barcelona are one of the teams looking for automatic qualification. A win tonight and a favorable result elsewhere could grant them a ticket, and Hans Flick, manager of the side, believe that can be achieved.
Now we have to respect Copenhagen, but they also have to win when they reach the next round. And this is always what I say to the team. Most important thing is that we do our job, and we have to defend well. We have also play on our best level. So it will be not the easy game, but at the end it's clear we want to win, and also we want to win I want to reach the first 8. So this is our job. What to.
Hansi Flick there, who is a manager of Barcelona. Elsewhere in Italy, Chelsea and Napoli will lock horns. Napoli would need a win tonight to avoid being eliminated from the competition, while Chelsea needs a win to avoid the playoffs. Michael Akomia-Kumasi, sports journalist, details this game and says that Chelsea can get the job done.
Yes, very much important. Looking at the position of Chelsea, who wants to qualify through automatic qualification. There's Barcelona right beneath them, who believe that a win during the midweek will push them into automatic playoff positions. I think for now, clubs want to avoid playing a lot of games this season just to manage their squad and make sure that they have them at their best going into the knockout rounds. For Napoli, it has always been about one story, Antonio Conte. How is it that he does so well in league games, and whenever he comes to the Champions League, he doesn't perform? From his days at Juventus, coming in at Chelsea, and also joining Napoli at the end of the day, even at Inter Milan, this has been his biggest challenge. And it marks a very good night for him to change the narrative and try and push further to make sure that Napoli qualifies.
That is Michael Akomia-Kumasi, a base sports journalist. Now to some continental news, where the Confederation of African Football, CAF, is expected to deliver its verdict on the chaotic final of the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations within the next 48 hours, following a disciplinary hearing involving the Senegalese Football Federation. Now, in a statement issued on Tuesday, the Senegal FA confirmed that officials of the federation, including head coach Pape Thiaw Biao appeared before CAF's disciplinary committee to respond to issues arising from the closing moment of the final between host Morocco and Senegal. And CAF says that it would deliver a verdict in the next 48 hours. In other news, GCB Bank PLC has been appointed as the designated collecting bank for the newly introduced Ghana Sports Fund. The initiative was established to mobilize sustainable financing for the development of sports in Ghana. The appointment was announced during a courtesy call by the bank on the Minister for Sports and Recreation, Kofi Adams, at the Sports Ministry. Let's have a listen to the Minister.
The conversation started even before the presentation of the bill to even Parliament. The bank had shown interest that they wanted to partner with us. They have in the past also partnered with us to support sports, especially our U20 team. You've supported them in their competitions, and so you are not so new to the sports supporting ecosystem. So I want to use this medium to appreciate that, and especially to also appreciate that having had the lawful approval of the bill, having gotten it passed and the president's assent to it and appointment of the administrator and inauguration of the board, you took the next major step of coming further to have this engagement.
Minister for Youth and Sports, Kofi Idi Adams. And this brings us to the end of the sports update here on 3FM Sunrise. My name is Mutala Yakubu. Remember, there's more sports on all our socials at 3 Sports GH. Don't go nowhere. There's more after this.
Three FM. Sunrise on 3FM. The best in the morning. The best in the morning is on 92.7. Sunrise on 3FM.
They're the best. Turn it up.
The Electoral Commission has reiterated its commitment to organizing free and fair elections this December.
How's your week treating you? I'm here to serve you great music tidbits for your at-work listening pleasure.
Rastafari, Rastafari, Rastafari. Our Father, who art in Zion, Kanamawe, Kanamawe, Kanamawe. Oh, turn it up!
Come into the mountains.
It's time to drive you home in style with great music, the 411 and all your favorite songs, what's happening around town, and so much more.
And in the headlines today, the two leading political parties have been addressing the public on allegations of corruption. The Black Stars coach has unveiled his squad for the upcoming games, and there are some interesting names.
Pull up! The weekend is here and it's time to turn up. Get your dancing shoes on, Lego.
We really do have it all. It's a premium mix of information and entertainment every single day on 3FM 92.7, your urban lifestyle radio.
In the silence, something was growing. The journey continues. The calm before the storm. You can't mute a force that was born to speak. You can't bury rhythm. It rewrites itself. Louder. Every signal lost finds its way back to the source. This is not a comeback, it's a recalibration. This is the takeover. This is Trigmatic on 3FM Drive. Driving you home with good vibes, good conversations, and the freshest hits. Hop in, take a ride. Trigmatic on 3FM Drive. 3FM, your urban lifestyle radio.
The Electoral Commission has reiterated its commitment to organizing free and fair elections this December.
How's your week treating you? I'm here to serve you great music tidbits for your at-work listening pleasure.
Rastafari, Rastafari, Rastafari. Our Father, who art in Zion, Kanamawe, Kanamawe, Kanamawe. Oh, turn it up!
Coming to the mountains, sight and I grandpa.
It's time to drive you home in style with great music, the 411 and all your favorite songs, what's happening around town, and so much more.
And in the headlines today, the two leading political parties have been addressing the public on allegations of corruption. The Black Stars coach has unveiled his squad for the upcoming games, and there are some interesting names. Pull up! The weekend is here and it's time to turn up. Get your dancing shoes on, Lego. We really do have it all. It's a premium mix of information and entertainment every single day on 3FM 92.7, your urban lifestyle radio.
In the silence, something was growing. The journey continues. The calm before the storm. You can't mute a force that was born to speak. You can't bury rhythm. It rewrites itself. Louder. Every signal lost finds its way back to the source. This is not a comeback, it's a recalibration. This is the takeover. This is Trigmatic on 3FM Drive. Driving you home with good vibes, good conversations, and the freshest hits. Hop in, take a ride. Trigmatic on 3FM Drive. 3FM, your urban lifestyle radio.
The Electoral Commission has reiterated its commitment to organizing free and fair elections this December.
How's your week treating you? I'm here to serve you great music tidbits for your at-work listening pleasure.
Rastafari, Rastafari, Rastafari. Our Father, who art in Zion, Kanamawe, Kanamawe, Kanamawe. Oh, turn it up!
Coming to the mountains, sight and I grandpa.
It's time to drive you home in style with great music, the 411 and all your favorite songs, what's happening around town, and so much more.
And in the headlines today, the two leading political parties have been addressing the public on allegations of corruption. The Black Stars coach has unveiled his squad for the upcoming games, and there are some interesting names.
Media General's correspondent in the Northeast region says the incident occurred on Monday afternoon after he had returned from a community interview. He explains that he had parked his motorbike near a shop when he was confronted by men he later identified as military personnel.
On my return, his call came asking me to come to the station. So all I know was I was going to pick the food. So when I he told me that the military men came out and they were just beating people. There were some 207 chance. they use knife and then they destroy the ties. I said, did they tell them why they were doing that? And they said, no. So I said, okay, let me find out. So I wrote and parked by the roadside. The moment I parked, about 3 steps away from my motor to the shop, then they arrived there and asked, whose motorbike is this? So the other motorbike parked. I said, before I could open my mouth to say it's mine, then the first, they strike it on my back.
Solomon says he was later intercepted again, taking to a location outside the town and questioned. He confirmed that his phone was seized and searched before it was returned to him hours later. He adds that checks with the district police commander, the regional minister and the member of parliament indicated they were not aware of any military operation in the area at the time.
He created my phone for several hours. He went through my private chats and almost everything I have on the phone.
The Media Foundation for West Africa has condemned the assault and called for investigations. Dora Mauto is the Director for Freedom of Expression and Digital Rights at the Media Foundation for West Africa.
There's need to increasingly seek legal redress for some of these unfortunate incidents, because if it's just public condemnation and then it ends there, we've seen that in the past, we haven't really had much result. Let's also go through the legal means, do litigation, and ensure that we get justice for abused journalists. Media General should not let this case be one of those others that have gone unredressed. To the military command, I would say this is an opportunity for them to let Ghanaians know that they don't approve unprofessionalism.
The Member of Parliament for Wale Wale, Dr. Abdul Kabiru Tia Mahama, has in a statement called on the acting Minister for Defense to urgently investigate the incident and ensure the perpetrators are brought to justice. Between 2019 and 2023, the Ghana Journalists Association, GJA, documented a total of 45 cases of assaults and attacks against journalists and media institutions. According to Ghana Journalists Association, GJA, 13 attacks on journalists were recorded across the country between January and October 2025. Stakeholders say strengthening communication and engagement between journalists and security agencies will be key to preventing similar incidents in the future.
3FM Sunrise.
For the ones not yet born.
This recent happening is adding to the list of many the past couple of years.
When I see what I have to do, 'cause life is all about.
This is the story. A senior correspondent of Media General, Solomon Kwame Kanawole, was assaulted by personnel of the Ghana Armed Forces in Wale Wale on the 26th of January 2026. He was reporting going about his normal duties when it happened. The soldiers confiscated his phone and then beat him, including with sticks and whips, causing injuries. He had identified himself as a journalist, yet still he was taken and then beaten. Sixtus, you have been in this space longer than I am, and you have seen a number of these incidents. Why can't it stop?
Because there's no consequence. There's no action taken against the perpetrators. And look, this is not just about journalists. We are not having this conversation because a journalist has been attacked. Yes, it's a journalist. Yes, it's one of our own. Yes, we are very angry as colleagues working with him. Our company has condemned the attacks. But these things keep happening. And they shouldn't be discussed and condemned merely because the persons involved are journalists. It should first of all be because we are human beings. We've seen military brutalities in war before. Similar scenario. It's happened before. And in that case, I think that there were reprimands, I think even demotions and all. because the whole country stood up in arms against the actions. And it is a similar thing we are seeing happen. I mean, if you see, even if you are on an operation and somebody is told not to park somewhere, and the person parks there, the first thing you should do is to beat up the person, whip the person like a slave. Let's not do this to ourselves. I don't think it is right. And I don't think that the military high command should be quiet on this at all. Your people, have they spoken?
Yes. So, Media General has condemned the assault.
Your people.
Me, my people.
The GJ.
Oh, don't Ulu. They're not your people.
Oh, they are my people.
Okay, so your people, have they spoken? Your people, have they spoken, sisters?
I have not heard from Dominic, the General Secretary of the...
At 11 o'clock today, they will engage. They have a press conference.
Was it already scheduled?
No, it
as
was
usual.
Not. It was not.
It was called for this purpose.
Yes, it was called for this purpose.
Oh, okay. All right. So we shouldn't always, and a lot of the times these things end up with statements.
Well, it was called for this purpose as well as other purposes.
I was saying.
Talk.
When did this happen?
The assault, we understand, on the 26th.
Today is what?
28th.
We've discussed this for 2 straight days as a media house. We have discussed it for 2 straight days. The Journalists Association is yet to speak for 2 straight days. The same thing that happened in the Kaswa fire incident, and you were defending the GJ. 2 straight days.
I say that they
you were explaining.
Yes, they had planned to speak, so they will add it.
So this one too, they plan to speak, so they will add it.
See, the MPP, this thing is just this Saturday.
Look,
so
the GJ must be more proactive.
Yeah.
It is not like you are giving members scholarships or what do they call it? Welfare benefits. This is the way you protect members. So that if I find the only reason people want to belong to professional associations is for protections like this.
These things, solidarity.
If something happens to a journalist, it takes 48 hours for the GJA to issue a simple statement, and I can dictate the statement to you right now as we sit. I don't say.
Is it that GJA has taken notice of what?
And it condemns. And it will, in no uncertain terms. What again? No. And it will end by saying, we call on the IGP to investigate. That is what they do. That is it. That's the statement.
Well,
48 hours later, the GJA is yet to speak.
The Media Foundation for West Africa has spoken.
It's not the GJA.
I know. But they are brothers in the in the fraternity.
Yes. Media Foundation has always been there for the rights and freedoms of journalists and practitioners generally. Somebody made a joke that I think this was under the tenure of Afel Moni as president of the GJA. Somebody said we should start paying GJA dues to Media Foundation for West Africa because it was more proactive about media rights than the GJA itself. I think we've seen a new face with the current president, Albert. Yes, admittedly, and we have to give him his flowers. We've seen a new face with him. He's been proactive in a lot of the things. You hear the usual statements, even though we know the template, you still hear it and all of that. But we are expecting more. In fact, we are not expecting, we are demanding more. You cannot attack a journalist for no reason. No, you cannot attack a human being for no reason.
When was Carlos Kaloni Joy, when was he attacked?
Attacked at the traffic light at
Carlos, I think, was last year.
Last year,
yes.
Last year.
And he was attacked by men in uniform. The military. And this is also from the military.
And it immediately became President Mahamathin, if you recall.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, it immediately became under Mahama presidency, journalists are getting attacked. And that is how we usually allow politicians use us for their own, to score their own goals. The people who were making that argument were not saying it for the interest of journalists. That is why we need the voice of our own on these issues. And you cannot tell me that the mother organization is not taking action on the matter.
I don't know whether the security agencies and other state agencies, I don't know the levels of education they have about how much of a public official they are or public servants they are, whichever one works. That makes everybody able to record them in public settings.
No,
unless the laws we have do not allow it like that.
Let me say something that may sound a bit contradictory. We have to also agree that in security operations, it is not everything that would be recorded.
100% correct.
So the question that comes up there is not necessarily about whether they know that as public officers in the discharge of their duties, they are open to scrutiny. And this would come from the reports and recordings, video clips that journalists will take.
Yeah.
But it is whether they know that there should be a partnership between the media and the respective security institutions.
Okay. So what I asked is this. That Grant, I know 100% that not everything should be recorded. That's true. But if a police officer is in town, maybe, and engaging with a driver, by virtue of the fact that he's a police officer, working outside, this is not engaging a driver, maybe, where is your license, that kind of conversation. By virtue of that conversation, I don't think that, unless otherwise, I don't think a situation like this is overly protective. Now, if that situation is not classified under such security matters, that should not be recorded. Is it allowed, or is it possible for any other citizen at all, maybe in the car, out of the car, to pick your phone, put it on this security officer? He sees that you are recording, and then there's nothing wrong with it. Is it allowed in Ghana?
Of course, if you are there abusing the rights of people, anybody can record you.
Not necessarily abusing the right of a person, but you are driver. So the driver stops. The police officer stops the driver, and to say, when he starts the conversation, now obi ote car in front of the phone, so are recording.
Yes.
Is it allowed?
No.
So that's not allowed.
You see, we shouldn't also encourage that. Normally, we do that with the intention or the suspicion that obeje bribe.
So
you are recording, you are filming the thing in the highest of the anticipations that, look, this policeman will collect one CD. Then you will have him captured on tape.
What you're saying is true, but I'm asking based on the fact that in some jurisdictions, when you see any police officer, unless you are interfering in the investigation, but if you are not, you are a distance away, you are not interfering in the investigation. Whatever the police officer is doing, so far as the person is a public officer in a public space doing public work, you are at liberty to record him do the work he's doing.
With no I don't think you want us to get to those
that is what I want
our society to degenerate into
that is what I want to
those
understand.
Societies.
So if we get that understanding, then it will be a step to let the officers know that if we have something like this, unless we don't, if we have something like this, then when words of a journalist, I'm coming.
Do you know that you cannot?
When words of a journalist comes, takes his phone, and then he's videoing something, your first line of action should not be to attack him.
See, even if the journalist is filming where he should not be filming, the first line should not be to slap him.
Exactly.
Do you get it? You can pick him up, put him down, call his editor to come. Every journalist works
Reports
under
to somebody.
supervision. Every single journalist, unless of course
every proper journalist say like that.
No. We don't have proper journalists, and we have journalists and the others. If you are not a proper journalist, you are not a journalist.
You are the others.
People are, which is another thing that the GGA has to deal with. People are using the title journalist anyhow.
Yesterday,
to the extent that sometimes you enter some spaces, somebody calls himself a journalist, you feel embarrassed.
Yesterday,
because you are looking at yourself and looking at the person and the behavior of the person.
I went to speak with Baba Jamal. So while we were waiting for him, some other people entered. I was shocked.
And they said they were journalists.
You know them. You know them to your brothers and sisters. I was utterly shocked.
Yes.
But I mean, you make your point.
So that is the problem we have. That look, people go on with carrying this title and behaving anyhow in the name of all of us. Then they are the ones causing, you see, this kind of image problems for us. And that is the reason why the security people don't even respect us. A policeman on operation, a fire service man or woman on operation, a military on operation has no regard for you, because in his mind you are all what is that word they always use on us? What is that one? The photo paparazzi. Have they not used that term on you before, Crosby? You go for a program and paparazzi for no one. I'm a journalist. I'm not a paparazzi. I don't know whether I'm even getting the word right. So that is also part of the problem. But the point I'm making is this. The immediate reaction of a military man should not be to slap me because I am recording. Whether I am a journalist or not, that should not be the immediate reaction of the military man. It becomes more serious if I am a journalist, because I am performing my duty. As for the other members of the public, you could say that, well, you have no business there, you are a busybody, what are you doing there? You are recording it for what? You get it. But a journalist is mandated by his job to also do the job. So as much as you are doing your job, I am also doing my job. This guy's own, the name you just mentioned, the last year incident. Carlos. It was a demolition, right?
Yes,
it was a demolition. The man is there filming the thing. Then somebody appears from nowhere. Don't film it. Stop it. The next thing he could realize, there's a slap. From behind. That one is even painful.
Did you have to add that? If you go to the police
Our
station.
correspondent said he parked his motorbike. In fact, you can play his narration again. He parked his motorbike. He heard something. He went to find out. He parked the motorbike. Somebody calls out and says, who parked this bike here? By the time he realized, Pine. Before he could even answer the question, no. So if you don't want an answer to the question, why do you ask the question? Before the man even got the opportunity to explain himself, oh, Pine, they slap him already. And down to from behind. Why do they always slap from behind?
No, they call it a reset or talk through slap. It's not funny, sisters, you're laughing.
No, it's not funny.
If you look at the pictures, what has happened to his back? He was whipped.
Yes.
I mean, what's the sense in that?
And the marks are there.
What's the wisdom?
And our Facebook people, we apologize if this causes discomfort for you. We sincerely apologize.
What is the wisdom in whipping somebody? Is it for a crime the person has committed? If the person has committed a crime, is the punishment whipping? Are we? You see that storybook? The man was taken to the market square and then whipped. Why are we seeing these things with our security agencies? Is it that they don't know what they should do, or they think nothing will happen to them when they do that? Imagine this has not happened to a journalist.
Because really nothing happens to them.
Maybe this will be different.
If really nothing happens to them. Nothing happens. These things happen and nothing happens. All the incidents that we, and in fact, Kunzo can bring back that table of from January 2025 to date. And we can mention all these names and we are asking what action has been taken against the perpetrators. What action?
Well, for this one, Media General is petitioning the Ministry of Defense to take decisive action to address what appears to be a growing pattern of military brutality against innocent civilians. You see, we're not even only talking about journalists, everybody else.
Yes, that's exactly the point.
Including journalists during internal security operations and the use of excessive force against unarmed citizens. It is very unacceptable and must not be allowed to persist. These are excerpts of the Media General statement and calling on the Military High Command and the IGP to urgently and thoroughly investigate this incident to ensure that all personnel found culpable are identified and appropriately sanctioned in accordance with military and national laws. It is unwarranted. If somebody is doing something that is not right, Charlie. If you don't talk about it right now, it can happen to you because we have not acted enough. That is why it keeps happening. If it is something we're taking proper actions on, do you think a police officer, a soldier, a fire service officer will see anybody and then his first reaction is to slap and then beat the person?
At all. I mean, on this show, in fact, conversation started by Johnny's Bite. We have spoken against civilians attacking men in uniform. In fact, there was a period for 3 weeks or so, we ran that series. And our point was that our men and women in uniform must be protected when they are doing their duty, in the lawful discharge of their duty. That they have a job to do. And we shouldn't have civilians attacking them when they are doing their jobs. We have made that campaign. We have made that advocacy for them. And the men in uniform include the military. In the same way, the military must know that you can't go about slapping people, especially on home soil. Are there no rules on deployment of military on home ground? There are rules. I mean, people have argued about, yes, once you put a soldier man somewhere, then you should expect. That is not an argument that we should be using when there are clear violation of people's rights.
Anyway, Sisters, I understand you have to leave. Let me take this opportunity and introduce the Honorable Mark Ewusiako. He's convener of Election Watch Ghana. Mark, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you, senior?
I'm doing well.
Sisters, you know that he's a big man.
Oh, I know.
He's a very...
I'm only learning.
He's only
learning under your footsteps.
He's a member of my party. Oh, yeah, no.
Which one? Sisters, what? No, wait. So I have to be sure which party the two of you belong to.
Which party are you talking about?
Sisters, you say you are CPP, am I lying, sisters?
We are the twin Nkrumahs.
Okay. But Mark, good morning. Good morning. Good to see you. How are you, senior? Happy New Year. It's the first time we're engaging on radio.
Many happy returns. That's very true.
This is a disturbing incident. What has happened to our brother, Kanawule. And I'm sure for Election Watch, during your work and your monitoring of elections, particularly during election periods, a lot of these attacks happen. This is not even an election year. This is not an election period, and it is happening again. What do you think has to be done?
Crosby, let me say a very good morning to you and to your backmen who are helping push this program forward, and also to our cherished listeners, those on Facebook. I think that we need to utterly condemn this act of attacks by men in uniform on citizens of Ghana, including journalists. I think that they have codes and conduct for which they use in their operations. It is very wrong to, assault any other person. It frowns on the constitution that we all abide by. And to allow certain things of this nature to be occurring and reoccurring, I think that we need to come out strongly.
It's been one too many.
It has been one too many. We need to quickly come out to condemn. In fact, don't make specific statements. And from the questions you asked, that do citizens have rights to film public officers? Yes, they have the right, but the rights are being curtailed. If you look at I'm not a student of law.
Right.
I'm a student of security and conflict management. And so from where I sit, Article 21(1) of the Constitution guarantees freedom of expression, which includes the right to record public officials carrying their duties. The moment a man in uniform is seen attacking a journalist is when that man in uniform is doing something wrong. But if an officer stands in the middle of traffic and begins to direct, and journalists or citizens takes video or photos of him, do you hear or see them abusing those individuals who take them? No, they don't.
Because they're doing something right.
They're doing something right.
I see.
It is only when they do something wrong that journalists and citizens take to film them, then they tend to abuse them. Just as I said, under Article 21, we have the freedom to expression, and it includes the right to record public officials. However, we also ought to be mindful because these freedoms have a limit.
True.
And it must also be ensured that we have respect for law, whereby filming must be done lawfully and without any breach of law. We ask ourselves that, do you have the right to film a public officer? In this case, I think yes, Kanawuli had the right because he is a journalist, and so he can take the purpose for taking some of these films is not just to tarnish the image of the security agencies or the security personnel, but it is to improve information sharing. If, for instance, they were there to do something good, just as I said, I mean, filming them to the public should not be a concern that should lead to attacking them.
Let me speak with a security consultant. Mr. Kumado, good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Morning, thank you.
You have been in this space for a very long time, and you know the operations of the security officials. Is there a prohibition that workers or security officials should not be videotaped while they work? And I'm not talking about when the recording is interfering in their duty.
Okay, so if you wait, before you put me on, there's a brother in the studio, and I listened to some of the things he was saying. There's a problem here. That's why we've not been able to resolve this issue. Number one, in no particular order. Number one, when they are doing something wrong and you film them, it can lead to authentication. Number two, when they are doing something right and you film them, it can also lead to authentication. So from the media space, to the extent that this thing keeps coming up once in a while, then it leads to bodily harm and confusion, I think we would need to look at it a bit more tolerantly and seriously, because you know why? Some things are lawful, but they are not reasonable. And that is why you keep on having these particular issues coming up. The last time I was saying on your media space, media journal, that if you are not Cosby, Anna, you are not Launa, you are not Johnny, you are not Okanse, you are not Portia, you are not Judith, you are not Monty. These are people can easily identify with them. You are not Armstrong Alogbe, who is always with these security officers, or your Northern correspondent, Christopher and Co. These are people that can easily be identified with them. It means that it will go a long way for journalists not to just wear a t-shirt, but they must go with more of an identity and a referral system. Because you know why? in the moment or in the heat of attention, when law enforcement officers are in the field, there's something they are always jealous about. It's called operational security. And soldiers in particular will want to prevent it at all times. And it is also in the interest of the state. And that is the word. Once it got to do with the interest of the state, they want to protect it and jealously guide it. So the questions I've always been asking when these things happen is that, assuming you Kanda within the GBC area or where the Prudential Bank is, there's a security operation there. And we get into the place, media journal get there, law enforcement officers are there. I always ask the simple question, who is in charge of this environment? Who controls the space? Is it law enforcement or is it the media? Or do they see themselves that they are there together to do a particular work? If they see themselves that they are there together to do a particular work, we are not going to have a problem because it's a team. If they see themselves that they are the one in charge and all other persons are seconding them, then the levels of communication and protocol becomes a major issue. And because then I can tell you, in many of these instances we have where there were authentications, communication was a problem. We were impatient with one another. We could not tolerate one another. Having said all that, when you are dealing with soldiers, few months ago, I said in this country that avoid an angry soldier or a violent soldier. When you see them in that regard, report them to their seniors, but do not engage them. Full of people insulted me and they said all manner of things. This is the reason. They have been trained in a manner or in such a way that sometimes and most times and most often they know the consequences of unprofessional conduct or misbehavior in quotes. But these are soldiers. They damn it and they do what they do and live with the nuisance with the consequences. To be on the safer side, we will need to be more patient with one another. We will need to engage more. Media general, the whole year, will it not be proper if we organize like a summit, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours? Bring the PR from the police, bring professional security consultants, bring somebody from the police or the army to come and have that conversation. When they are also having their training program, why would they not also call the likes of you who have been in this field for many years so that you guys will have that level of engagement? We don't. Until issues such as this happen, we come out to condemn it and we never really deal with the issues and they keep on coming again. So broadly, these are the issues I see within this space I have monitored for almost 30 years now.
Richard, let's take a step further. So, in the work of the military and the security for security operators, what should be their reaction to an invitation or a presence that is uninvited?
Okay, so what we do, because the BNI, the media has always been our cover. We work together. People really do not know who is a media person, who is a BNI person. We don't usually have problem with them. So when I walk into a place, like, cause again, when you walk into a place and there's a security operation, one of the reasonable course of action is to speak to the leader and introduce yourself. You wouldn't have a problem. Number two, which I think many of you, my big brothers in the media, would need to champion if you think it makes sense, is that let's avoid using phones. Rather, let's use the cameras. It makes life easier for them and it makes life easier for you. In many of the cases, if you check, you could see where the issue is coming from. But those ones, we can't say them publicly because of emotions and how people are going to take it. But you can clearly see where this particular issue triggered from and why nobody could see it and they couldn't prevent it. And it's creating problem for us. By and large, we are impatient, we are intolerant. We want to beat ourselves, whether they are civilians, whether they are journalists, they are military or whatever. We would need that level of public education and awareness creation so that we will see ourselves to be one people doing the same thing. Other than that, the levels of infractions, bro, it's going to create problem for us one day if it's not checked.
I see. Richard, thank you. Thank you so much, Richard.
You're welcome.
Richard Kumado is a security consultant speaking with us there. Let me pick your final thoughts on this, Mark, and then we'll get into some politics.
So what I think I was saying is what my senior brother have expatiated, that whether the officers are carrying their duties lawfully or unlawfully, it could result in some level of altercation. But in most cases, what we've seen is that these altercations really happens when the officers in uniform are found doing the wrong thing. But if the filming does not really obstruct the duties of the police or the military officers, I don't think it warrants any form of attacks on citizens and also on journalists.
Right.
Richard said something that I am very much interested in, that we need to have a very high level education on some of these matters. There is one thing we also need to look at. We need to build synergies. It is important that we build synergies amongst the police, the military, and security agencies with the journalists in order to work together for some positive effect, which includes improved information sharing and all that. Because without the involvement of the journalists, it is difficult to even access information as security agencies. And I'm of the view that the security agencies are those who are to provide enhanced security to protect, journalists in high-risk situations, like what happened. And so let's look at building trust amongst ourselves,
right?
Foster understanding and trust between the security agencies and the media. I think that is what is going to help us. Other than that, we'll be going forth and back with some people exhibiting non-professionalism and abusing people's human rights, which I think is against the Constitution.
Thank you so much, Mark. In a moment, we're talking about the NPP. The party is now in the final stretch of its highly anticipated presidential primary set for January 31. Delegates will vote across polling centers to choose the party's flag bearer ahead of the 2028 elections. Preparations are touted as thorough and transparent by the party's leadership and the Electoral Commission overseeing the process. Some aspirants already are very concerned about the levels of transparency. The contest has drawn intense interest, not just for its internal stakes, but for its wider political implications, highlighted by recent polls showing competing leads for frontrunners Dr. Bawumia and Kennedy Ohineye-Agyapong. The peace pact was signed. Some say it was just a document. It will not reflect in anything. It is getting heated indeed. According to Global Info Analytics favorability ratings of the candidates, DMB is recording 93%, Kennedy-Agyapong 85%, Brandon Champon with 86%, Yawase Aduchum with 83%, and Kwabena Agyapong with 85%. This is favorability ratings of the candidates. And the qualities influencing candidates' choice, according to Global Info Analytics. The first is that can this candidate win? And that is 23%. Another is cares about grassroots. That is also representing 17%. And then bringing change is 16%. Unite the party, 16%. Trustworthiness, humility, and other factors, they also follow. But the most important quality, they say, is 23%. And that is can win before the care about the grassroots. And these are the latest numbers. 48% for Dr. Bawumia, who leads the MPP. 25% for Kennedy-Agyapong. Dr. Brandon Champon with 6%. Dr. Yawase Aduchum with 1%. And Kwabena Agyapong, unfortunately, does not have any number. There's a huge number of undisclosed voters. That is 21%. In terms of prediction, according to Global Info Analytics, DMB with 57%, Kennedy Japan 28%, Dr. Brene Champa with 13%, and 2% for Dr. Yawase Aduchum. Let's get into the discussions now. Mark, you've monitored the NPP, how they are running the campaign, the elections, and all of that. First things first. What has been your overall assessment of the party's run up to the primaries?
Well, I think they are doing well. I have said on many platforms that whether we like it or not, Ghana has a two political party system, which is the NPP and the NDC. It is until a third force emerges, we will continue to have these two political parties. It will also be deadly on our part as a democratic nation to sit, fold our arms and look at the NPP go into disarray, because the NDC cannot be in power forever
without a strong opposition.
Without a strong opposition. A stronger opposition will keep the political party in power on its toes and knees.
True.
To deliver what the Ghanaian people are looking or expecting of them. And so we need to do everything possible to ensure that the NPP, as a political party and the strongest opposition political party, do not go into this disarray. They've had a very fine campaign. They are just running up their activities, to Saturday.
3 days more.
3 days more. And, typical NPP, few days to the elections, you then see missiles coming from courtesies upon courtesies.
But you say they've had a fine campaign. You think so? You think it's been okay?
It all begins on the foundation.
Okay.
The premise with which they build their entire processes on. I have said that it is important to prioritize clean campaign. It is important to look at free and fairness of the process. If the process is very fair and there is true accountability to the process, I think that people who will win or will lose will concede and also accept that they have been defeated. It is for which reason I think a couple of weeks Election Watch Ghana wrote to the Ghana Police Service, the National Peace Council, and the NPP itself that it is important they prioritize peace. And so they should immediately call for a meeting to discuss the way forward, develop a code of conduct, and ensure that there is a peace pact signed.
Okay.
Where all the aspirants and their followers would abide by that code of conduct in the peace pact. Of course, they did that, and we must commend them for that job.
There are those who say that this peace pact they signed remains only a paper, remains only a document. In fact, at the signing of the peace pact, you could feel the tension. Dr. Bawumia is very bubbly, but apart from when he was entering that room, when he entered, he was not the usual Dr. Bawumia. Few smiles. Yeah. Kennedy Japan, also vigilant as ever, saw the mistake. It was a document. That's what Sam is saying, that it will not reflect in anything.
Well, it is the same as our constitution. It is also just a document. It is just a paper. It's just a book. But what makes it important is the fact that we are able to enforce the provisions in the constitution.
Right.
That people do not abuse others' rights. So when people go on that tangent by abusing others' rights, what do we do? What does the constitution prescribe? So if we are able to, go according to the constitution and what it dictates to us, then it makes it a true document. It is the same way that the NPP have gone to sign a peace pact. Yes, it is a common paper. But if they all agree to abide by the rules and regulations and the code of conduct spelled out in the peace pact, I think that it will not just be a mere paper, just as people are saying. What is more important is that the police is able to, as it is, In fact, the police have not been doing well.
They have not been doing
They
well.
have not been doing well.
I see. What do you say that? In terms of the NPP?
In terms of the activities when it comes to political party organizations and political
internal
party
elections. Okay.
That there are individuals who go contrary to lay down rules, abuse others. You understand? We see violence and chaos at polling stations and all that, where people attack others. Are the police able to met out the necessary punishment to those who commit those violence?
Okay.
The answer is no, because the constituency chairman or regional chairman may call the police commander. And if you recall, when the peace pact was signed, the IGP, Mr. Toyoyon, who said it, that look, when you breach the law, when you breach peace, we will apprehend you and let no national officer of your party call me. So it means that we are not giving the police the opportunity,
the freedom to
operate.
Okay.
But I think that you shouldn't wait for political parties to give you the freedom to operate. Your actions and inactions are enshrined in the Constitution. And so you need to take the bull by the horn and take action where necessary. So for me, I think like these last few days, we'll be seeing missiles coming from quarters and all that. But I think that they should prioritize unity,
right,
and ensure that they go into elect delegates who, they elect candidates who have proven leadership, leaders who, have track records, not just any leader to come and lead the party.
And let me welcome Ebo Bachman. Ebo, thank you for joining us. Good morning.
It's always a pleasure.
Ebo is the Deputy Director of Communications of the United Party. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you.
Yes. Good to see you too.
Let me...
Your handsome face.
Let me start this off with you. What do you make of the messaging of the candidates of the NPP? They have 3 days more to this all-important primaries. The messaging of all 5 of them. What do you think stands out, and how do you think it helps the party or the delegates make a decision?
Honestly speaking, the MPP internal primary results are mostly not based on messages.
They are not based on messages.
No.
Right.
I mean, normally it is who is able to pay more, or who the system supports.
So 2 things: who pays more and who the system supports.
It's not based on messages, because if you look at messages, in terms of messaging, to be honest with you, I think Kennedy Japon's message stands taller than all the messages I've heard.
Okay.
And the worst message I've heard, I heard it from Dr. Bawumia, where he said at one point he said he would take Christians to Israel to go and pray. I mean, an economist, somebody who wants to be president of Ghana, and we think.
But this was just appealing to the Christian delegates.
You see, that should tell you why MPP should be smart. If you have a candidate who struggles and who knows that he's at in a disadvantaged position, and therefore you would have to extend some freebies in order to get a particular group of people to support him.
Okay.
Then you have a problem. And apart from the sending Christians to Israel to go and pray, another message which is also quite disturbing is the one that he said he will build a database of all their party members.
Yes.
And he will give them jobs. And he said, we'll give a job to the party people. And if you listen to that message, you'll be shocked yourself that someone who wants to be president is not thinking about the nation at large, but his political party members. And once you become president, you become president for the whole nation. And so if you look at the kind of message he's riding on, it's quite dangerous and disturbing.
Okay.
I believe if even the delegates are very smart, they would write him off. You see, my position is this. I think this election is not about choosing someone to lead the party to victory in 2028 elections. They know the 2028 election will be mission impossible.
Oh, they are electing a flag bearer. That means the person will be on the ballot paper in the 2028 election.
Yes, but you see, this is a battle over who controls the soul of the party. That is what they are fighting for. You see, look at the camps, the two camps, and listen to some of them. You see, people now, you know, we have insiders and outsiders.
Yes.
So it's a battle between insiders and outsiders. Ken's camp see themselves as the insiders because they were there in 1992.
Okay.
Then Bawumia camps have been referred to as outsiders because they joined midstream. So now who control the soul of the party is the issue now. Whether it should be the outsiders to control the party or the insiders.
And you think the election is secondary? This is the primary reason.
That is the bone of contention.
I see.
Because the election, they know. But how can anybody tell me that the MPP is going to win the 2028 elections? On what basis? I mean, let's be honest. This is politics. But let's be honest and say the truth. That given their record, given the kind of... I've said MPP is confronted or it started with quadruple whammy, if you like. That you have economic mismanagement hanging over your head, you have corruption hanging over your head, you have internal issues like the conflict hanging over your head, and the fact that the government is performing is also hanging over your head. That's quadruple whammy. So you know, going to election, you are going as a not as a stronger political party or stronger institution. You are going as a very weak institution.
Okay.
So they know, but the issue is who controls the party. Like Nana Akufo-Addo did. He was able to control the party till he became president. So now they know, yes, the next election is mission impossible. But beyond that, who controls the party? And that is what is going to kill the party. Because now it's not a matter of just somebody winning or losing. Look at the insult trading, the trading of insult, the kind of words they are using against each other. But the larger picture is that they need a candidate who can give them about 30% votes in the next election. Because next election is going to be a disaster because of their own internal problems and some of the things I've mentioned. They will need a candidate who will do well to give them, maybe for them to stay afloat.
Okay.
That is the essence of this election. Because to think about it, I mean, for example, let me take Bawumia for example and do small political market analysis about him. If you're a political party and you want to sell a product, which happens to be Bawumia, the most important thing to consider is the nature of the market in which you are going to sell the person.
Okay.
Are you getting it? That any marketer or any economist will tell you that the most important thing when it comes to selling is the nature of the market in which you are going to sell. Because markets have their own dynamics.
So the product is secondary.
Yes. So it is not the producer who determines what to produce. It is the market that determines what to produce.
What the consumers want.
Yes. So you study the market, look at the nature, the particular features or characteristics of the market, and say, okay, based on this market, this is the product I have to sell. So you have a market, and I'm saying it as it is because of the analysis that I'm doing. The Ghana political market, if you look at the features of the market, without doubt, first feature is that the market is dominated by Christians, whether you like it or not. Second one is dominated by accounts, whether you like it or not. The youth dominate the market. Women dominate the market. Are you getting the point?
These are basic demographics, eh?
Yeah. So that is the nature of the market. These are your possible consumers. So which product do I sell that I don't have to struggle to win the majority?
A product that can be accepted easily.
Easily.
Okay.
So if you have a candidate who now have to promise Israel, you should know you have a problem.
You should know that the product is defective, at least in something.
Yeah. So that is and you see, but another thing is that the things they've said against each other beyond Saturday, how are they going to reconcile? Because if you tell me, because now Ken people say Bawumia is autistic, Bawumia people say Ken is mad, and other name callings. Okay, so if you finish everything, would you come and tell me as a Ghanaian there, let's say Ken wins? Can Bawumia person join Ken and tell me to vote for Ken, who is mad? If Bawumia should win, can Pen person also ask me to vote for Bawumia, who they say is autistic?
That's what the Peace Pact says. The Peace Pact enjoins them to support whoever wins. So if it is Dr. Aduchum who wins, then all of them will say Aduchum.
But you remember what Boakye Jackson said? When Alan left the party, when we left the party, Boakye Jackson said something which was very significant. He said, For Alan, he has openly left. So we can see he's left. But there are people in the party who have left the
1.3 million.
Yes, who have left the party in their heart. And that is what is dangerous. Love is a matter of heart.
Okay.
Hatred is a matter of heart. In fact, if you see people quarreling, it started from the heart. So what MPP cannot control is what is in the heart of the people.
Okay.
And that is why somebody can smile with you and still the person will hit you with a dagger from behind. So they have a major problem to deal with. I've told you, apart from other factors that are fighting against them, their own internal problem is a serious problem fighting against them.
Mark, do you also think that it is not messaging that will sell any of the candidates? So for Ebo, he says that the MPP elections is determined by who pays much and then who the system supports. I don't know whether you agree with this or you think messaging plays a role.
Yeah, I think I agree with him because if you're looking at messaging, what kind of message are they giving out to the people? If you have studied their campaign and the promises they are giving, you realize that the messages they are giving, I mean, some of them do not really carry weight. Just like my big brother said, you're carrying people to Israel to do what? These are things that we are planning to, write against. That the state should not even sponsor people to Mecca.
Yeah.
Why must you sponsor people to Mecca?
Yeah.
It's for me, forgive my words, makes no sense. And so if you go to give such promises, you've not said anything. If you are talking about giving appointments to people, 10 people from each constituency, you were in power just a few years ago.
Yeah.
Why didn't you do that? So beyond the messaging, which we are not seeing any clear message, we're also looking at their strengths and their weaknesses, which Dr. Bawumia unquote is said to be a digital branding person. I don't know, but an economist who were told that he's going to be the messiah. He is going to handle the challenges and the problems of this country after His Excellency Nana Addo, the former president, leaves office. Unfortunately, the economic messiah took the dollar to that level, and we saw the kind of economic mess we find ourselves in. Of course, issues of corruption and stigma, of course, is not really tagged on him. It's tagged on individuals of the party and the party at large. However, he was part of the government that gave us this kind of performance. So, I mean, it is difficult to look at his strengths and to say that because of that he'll be given the point. If you look at Kennedy Ohinejapong, he appeals to the people. He's a populist appeal, and people are also looking at his national cohesion because of how he handles himself when it comes to
his emotional,
intelligence. Is what others are also looking at. I think for some time now he's been coached, and he's calmed down a bit. But once Kennedy Japong will be a Kennedy Japong.
You want to become president, you won't calm down.
But you see, at a point, I think that the country has reached a point where we need people with that bold steps and bold decisions to make things really happen. Because if we don't get such people, of course we need emotional intelligence to play a very crucial role. We need such individuals like Kennedy Japong, who will not be a mole, in the Western Corridor. But to take stronger decisions to impact the economy of Ghana. In fact, we need people or candidates who really understands the dynamics of our current problems. And if we had a former president, vice president who have been in hands of affairs of our economy, who could not really perform, until they left office, they are telling us they performed. Then it's difficult to accept that.
But when we go to, doesn't it place him at an advantage that he has experience? He has learnt, just like President Mahama. He is doing what he's doing right now. People attribute it largely to the experience that he garnered when he was
let's not go far. The presidency is not a child's play. The role of the vice president is not a child's play. So you don't come, rule for 8 years, perform abysmally, and come to tell us that you were experienced. Experienced in what? In shooting up the dollar? Are you experienced in increasing our debt stock? Is that what we are talking about? You understand? I also agree that, of course, after a period of time in office, when you come back, you gather certain momentum and you are able to decipher between what was right and what was not right when you assume a new role. But I am uncertain about the many Ghanaian people, whether or not they will give their votes to Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. The reason is this.
That is if the delegates elected.
Even if the delegates election. There are two callings. One from the party people and one from the Ghanaian people. The Ghanaians are saying, somebody Canada, Japan, Bambi, and this is Metro Canada, Japan. Ask yourself, how many Ghanaians have said that about that man, Mahamudu Bawumia? Uncle Bo said it, that they are trying to get a candidate who can help them stay above water level.
Yeah.
You understand? Because the performance of the MPP in the previous administration, led by Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, was not something good to write home about. For which reason, I think that the delegates must prioritize who can hold the spirit of the party. It will be a dream for anyone to think that the MPP can win power in 2028. Okay? But they need to look out for a candidate who can hold the party. I am not tempted to believe.
If they do that, Mark, hold on for me. If they do that, doesn't it relate to the problem they suffered some time ago? The problem many people think they suffered some time ago. I'm talking about the problem of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. In fact, according to Dr. Arthur Kennedy, he says that President Akufo-Addo has been the problem of the NPP, and that is because he had control over the party too much. If you look for somebody who has control, unless you tell us what control you're saying, that control will not translate into taking absolute dominion over the party, that what you say is what happens.
Crosby, the dynamics changes from time to time. You know, Uncle Bo was part of the MPP then, so he probably
very long
regardless of how far we go, you were still part.
So up to 2010, from 92 to 2010. Yes. So I wasn't part of Akufo-Addo's mess.
Yeah. I would know that he will agree with me on some of my assertions that I'm about to make on who really holds the party and takes absolute control. I don't think Dr. Bawumia has that potential, okay, to hold the party. It happened in just
hold the party in a good way, or hold the party as in take dominion as your property, or hold the party unity together and present the party as a nice bride.
It is difficult to hold the party as your personal property.
People say President Akufo-Addo did it.
Yeah, he did it. Akufo-Addo did it.
So of a party in Senate,
and that is why at the Canadian co. But you see, so of a party in Senate should come in a different context.
Okay.
That you really open up and accept others' views. You accept criticism, improve on what you've been doing, which, you know, to many is not the right thing. It is what Akufo-Addo did not do. You understand? But I am doubting that His Excellency Bawumia could be able to stand on his grounds and put things to right when things are going wrong in the NPP.
You think he'll be very malleable? He can be swayed.
He can be swayed. He will simply be swayed. No, there was a lady who worked with him, and now an appointee of this current government. She said a lot of things, and these are things that we from behind, okay, had some feelings that this is what is really going on, and you know, lo and behold, the lady came out to say all this. I don't want to believe that the 79 Pa William Bitowusu scenario would come into this, because Kennedy Japan has worked with the party for a very long time. He supported the party in terms of finances. You know, it was his efforts. He contributed largely to their 2016 electoral victory. His silence during the 2024 elections contributed also to the defeat of the MPP. of course, the larger one could be attributed to Honorable Alan Chermantin because he left with intelligent brains like my big brother Bo Solomon and co, which also affected the party. I think that they should be very careful. They should be very careful in electing a leader to lead them, not just for 2028, because whoever is elected for 2020 this time, this Saturday, will determine the fate of the party in 2028 and whether they would be able to contest the 2032 elections and win.
Oh, but they will be able to contest 2032. We have, like you mentioned, we have two political parties, NPP and NDC. So
we used to have two political parties. Now we have more.
Exactly.
UP is around.
So if it's about election,
don't joke with us.
If it's about participating in the election, we have LPG.
So it's not participation we're talking about.
It's not just about participation, but to make the needed impact. Okay, that will rebrand the party, put the party at the highest level.
Okay.
Where people will then find interest in, because as we speak, the party is in disarray. And they must prioritize unity if they really want to have the party stand on its grounds and rebrand.
But do delegates have a tough decision to make on Saturday?
I don't think so. You see the strategy. Let me tell you something. Let me take you back a bit. 2007, when Akufo-Addo lost, his message to the delegates subsequently was that they lost together. Because you voted for me and we lost together. That's why
2008 elections.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 2012 too, when he lost and went to court, the same message was repeated. It is our loss. I didn't lose. You voted me. You are with me. Now, those who voted for Bawumia in the primary 2023 are the same who are going to vote.
Yes.
So, if you listen to the argument people are making, so you voted for me to lead. So it is your vote. Now the same people are the people voting again. If they had gone down to change the process, to change people from the polling station, those who didn't perform, you take them out, you replace them. From the constituency level, those who didn't perform, then you would have had a different kind of delegates. Why means you get some old ones remaining and new ones entering. But this time, the same people who voted for Bawumia and all of them lost the election together. It would be difficult for the people not to vote for him again. And two, they knew that. That is why they chose this approach. Because the normal approach should have been that you start from the bottom. That's the most sensible thing to do. But, I've told you, anytime somebody wants to take over the party, they touch the constitution. After 2007, after 2008, when another lost, the constitution was touched. That's when they introduced superdelegates, and they expanded the electoral college and all that. And that gave the Akufo-Addo that control over the party. The same thing has been done. So the choice has been made already that this election has been rigged for Bawumia already.
Oh, it has?
Oh, it's been rigged.
So the system is supporting Bawumia?
Oh, the system is supporting Hackman. All those who make the major decisions in the party, Hackman, Chairman Sabonso, Professor this Professor Okwe, all of them are Bawumia. So you see, that's what I'm saying.
So Bawumia is the system man.
He's a system man.
And Ken is the money man.
Yeah, no, Ken is not the money man.
Because you said two things. That's why. So you said the system and the money. So
the system. So Ken. No. Bawumia team, they have money more than Ken in this election.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they have money. And Ken, as an individual, maybe he's doing, but he's fighting a system. The same system Alan fought and could not succeed. Is what Ken is doing. Except that this one is the same system in opposition. The system may not be as strong as when it was in
the system doesn't have oil.
But you see, but the whole thing is that they tend to forget one thing. Even if they should finish, they should have peaceful
primary.
Beyond that, you're now going to start your polling station, constituency, regional and national elections. When it happens like that, is the one in charge. If let's say Bawumia wins or Ken wins, whoever wins will make sure his people win at the polling station because they will be thinking of the next elections. So there are people who will be winning at the polling station, constituency, regional, and national. And that's what can even divide the party even further. I don't know whether they've really thought about it. Because then Bawumia wouldn't sit down for people who are against him or who were against him to become national executives. So that one too will create problem on its own. So they have a long chain of problems ahead of them. And so they would have to accept the fact that MPP is not the same as MPP used to be. Things are not the same the way they used to be. And let me tell you, if care is not taken, the party cannot be recognized beyond Saturday. Because from what some of us are hearing.
No, tell us, what are you hearing? Another breakout party from the NPP?
Yes. And that possibility is so clear. It's so clear that possibility.
So who amongst the five is breaking out?
But you see, Ken has said openly that if they don't vote for him, NPP could be like CPP. In fact, he said will be like CPP. 2, he has said he's not like Alan Chamanton, who left quietly. Probably it means he's going to leave violently. And that could be a serious problem for the party. And he knows that the system is supported by Bawumia. But he believes he can still fight and win. But I can assure you, the Ken that I know, if things don't go the way he expects, and if they cheat, as for cheating, they've cheated it already.
Oh, Mark, you also think so that?
Oh no, it's been cheated. It's been rigged already.
But they have not held the elections. How can an election that has not been held?
Oh yes, elections. See, me, I've been MPP member before.
Tell us, how did you people do it?
Me, I've been MPP member before. That's in MPP messaging doesn't really
not play a role.
Because I mean, Alan's message when he was in MPP, who had a better message than Alan? No, I mean, nobody. It's not about message. It's about how much you can pay and who the system supports. And clearly, and Akufo-Addo still supports Bawumia. No, let no one fool you. Let no one deceive you that Akufo-Addo has problem with Bawumia. Let me tell you, he's still the system candidate. Akufo-Addo is in charge of the system. Except that they know Akufo-Addo has some bad thing, like it's a baggage, a bad thing that Bawumia should be disconnected from Bawumia. And that is what they are trying to do, so that Bawumia will be seen to be his own man. But behind the scenes, I'm telling you, Bawumia is dancing on the surface of the water like a tadpole. But the frog itself, that is drumming, Akufo-Addo, is beneath the water.
So you also think that if Dr. Bawumia wins, he will not be able to have proper control over the party?
No, he doesn't have. I mean,
because he's not the flag bearer yet.
Let me tell you, MPP is a conservative party. The big shots who control the party are there. They are the ones behind Bawumia. And those people who control Bawumia like a poodle. And so that is why they can't control Ken. And they couldn't have controlled Alan. Politics is a game of interest. So they need someone. Let me ask you this. Would Ken have run away if Bawumia had won the last election?
As president?
Yes, president. If Bawumia had won the last election, would Ken Ofori-Atta had run away?
No. He would still be there.
But if someone like Alan had won the election, Ken would have still run away. Even in MPP, if Alan was in MPP and had won the election, Ken would have run away.
I see.
If Kennedy had won the election in 2024, Ken would have run away. But Bawumia, Ken would have stayed. Yeah. So you should know the kind of politics we are playing. The kind of political game we are playing. The system, MPP system's candidate is Bawumia.
Okay.
Akufo-Addo, they've just used somebody as a decoy. In the election, the Nado support this person is a decoy. What they are doing is that they want to draw the attention from this Nado Bawumia relationship. They want to now divert attention from that relationship to another area. That is why people are saying the Nado support Brian Champon. The Nado doesn't support Brian Champon. I believe that Brian Champon is a decoy, but Brian Champon is their future, if you like, candidate.
Okay, for the future, maybe
for the future,
2032
for the future. But
that,
currently, their candidate is Bawumia.
Gentlemen, we have to go. Let me pick your final words, Mark, on the MPP. Saturday is a big day for them. The election committee says they are ready. But from what you said, what word of advice do you have for the party before they vote?
I think I've said that it is important they prioritize unity. Because beyond the 31st elections, they have a party to protect. I've said that now that we have just two political parties, that's the NDC and the MPP, of course, some stronger ones are coming up, the UP and co. It is important that they look at ironing out their differences and know that there is a political party to protect after the 31st general elections. They should also ensure that there is transparency, which is one of the key things that would, to say, destabilize any act of violence.
Okay.
Of course, some may come up, but if the system is very free, if it is very fair, I think that whatever is stated in the Peace Pact will be adhered to. If not, I think it will be very, very difficult. But I would advise them that moving forward, the system they used should be changed.
Which of the systems? You mean the approach?
The approach, using the top-bottom approach. It should rather be bottom-up approach, because the analysis he made, if Bawumia is to win, okay, supporters of Kennedy Japan would also force themselves to win at the grassroots level and would make sure they work against the presidential bid of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. It is the same way when Kennedy Japan wins, the people of Bawumia at the grassroots level will make sure they also win at the constituency and the polling station levels and ensure that Ken does not become the president. But if you're able to go the bottom-up approach, it is like building a fence wall.
Okay.
You build, you lay your blocks, you throw your mortar, some fall, you dress, and then it keeps going.
Okay.
You understand? But if you don't do it that way, and you want to start with the roofing, how do you arrange the blocks and the foundation?
So
it is very difficult.
You're not voting tomorrow. You're not a delegate. But if you were, which of the five would you have voted for?
Well, as an election observer, I will reserve it for now.
They are your former friends. You know them.
Yeah, I know them. In fact, let me be honest and say that
briefly.
Of all of them, Ken and Kobne Japan, Brian, I've never had an interaction with him before.
Okay.
Edichum, no. Bawumia, no. But Kobne Japan, in fact, let me be honest with you. If I should vote for, if I have a vote and I should vote for one of them, who can put the party together so that the party will be relevant in future elections, I will vote for Kobne Japan. But unfortunately, in MPP today, someone like Kobne Japan, it's so sad to see even Samira Bawumia is respected more than Kobne Japan in MPP. It saddens my heart. Kobne Japan is someone who can put a party together. But because of the way he was treated by Nana Akufo-Addo, Nana Akufo-Addo quenched his political fire.
I see.
And he's never been able to be the same Kobne Japan he used to be. He's trying to, as it were, come to the limelight, but it's not been easy for him. That is why Kobna is speaking loudly, but his words can hardly be heard. But let me say this, that maybe if you ask me to advise them, MPP's problem is not the problem of disunity.
It's a problem of what?
MPP's problem is not a problem of lack of peace in the party.
Is it a what or a whom? Is the problem a what or a whom?
Oh, I've said the problem is Nana Akufo-Addo. So but that one, Nana Akufo-Addo is the biggest problem of the party.
Okay.
The second problem is their performance, 8 years performance.
Okay.
It will haunt them for a long time. That is why I believe that no matter what they do, 2028 election, they shouldn't even think of winning. They just need a candidate who can help them to stay afloat. And I believe that if they want to stay afloat and be relevant, someone like Kobne Japan will be a good candidate to give them like 30% to be relevant. And anything short of that, because if Bawumia wins, Kennedy Japan team will make sure he loses. Likewise, if Ken should win, the opposite will happen. And so I don't know. I mean, I want, for me, if you ask me what is in my heart, remember in the past, was it Peter who said, "Lord, you increase so we decrease so that you increase." I want MPP to decrease so that UP will increase.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time with us. Bo Bachman is Deputy Communications Director of the United Party UP Plus. And and Mark Ewusi Ako, Election Watch Ghana. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Wish the MPP all the best. And here on 3FM 92.7 and all the Media General platforms, we will be updating you, live coverage, real-time update of all the happenings concerning the NPP on the 31st of January 2026. It's time to get into another conversation. The winner of Mentor 2026-2025 Breakout Edition, Kweku Shai, is in the building. Let me hear you say, Botwe.
3FM Sunrise.
You can join us on Facebook right now and see the winner for 2025 Mentor Breakout Edition. Kweku Shai is in the building. Somebody. Kweku, good to see you. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
How does it feel to win Mentor?
To me, it feels very humbling.
I see.
I keep saying this.
Did you expect it when you came for auditions up until right now? Did you expect it?
From the very beginnings, I was expecting it. But along the line in the competition, I mean, the expectation faded out.
Okay.
Yeah.
What happened?
I think along the competition, I had felt I had achieved what I wanted. I mean, for a reason why I came into the competition, I thought I had achieved it personally. But it got to a point also where I realized that the people behind me, that is my Dangwe, communities, they really needed the win. They are all out for it.
You had a lot of support on Saturday. The whole place was full of both way fans.
Shouts to our people in Shahils.
But how was the final for you?
I would say it was beautiful at a point. And another part too, it was hard work.
Roller coaster. Yeah. So on the day, the finals on Saturday, when you went to the stage for the first time, how did it feel like? Did you think, oh yes, I'm winning this, I can feel I'm winning this?
When I went on the first time, I just wanted to have fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I was so hyper because the fans were there. They were so hyper. They wanted to have fun. So I joined in the fun. And I forgot myself. I joined in the fun, and I was not on key at some points. So when I
fans
finished,
enjoyed it. So
yes. So when I finished, and then the judges were like, "No, I need to pay attention to my vocals." I was like, "Wow." Then this is going to be tough. So when I went backstage, I had to relax and remember the fact that this is a competition. And I needed to, fulfill the purpose for which I was there, to win the crown. Yeah, so I relaxed, rewind the mind back again, and I gained my composure.
On Saturday, when they announced that Mentor 2025 Breakout Edition, the winner is Kweku Shai, how did you feel?
I felt very humbling again. I come from a very, I wouldn't say poor background, but a humble one. And from where I come from, to get to this point, it's not easy. Yeah. Would you believe if I tell you I walked from Carnation to TV3 on the first day of the when we came for the artist profiling?
From Carnation to TV3?
Yeah.
Why, there were no cars or something?
There were cars. My transportation got finished at Carnation. And I had to finish the journey to TV3. I remember so clearly. And so whilst in the auditorium and the people were very happy, having fun, I just remembered
the sacrifice.
Yes.
The price you had to pay.
Yes. It wasn't easy.
Imagine if you had given up. If you went past Kaneshi, maybe you go to some place and you said, I'm tired, they should take their thing. I don't have money, I'm going back.
Yeah.
Imagine if you had done that.
I walked. When I got to TV3, I realized I had covered the distance.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And my mom at home, you know, I needed to make her happy. Yeah, because
were they there?
Yeah, she was there.
All of them were there.
Yes, and Sunday was one of the very few days where I've seen my mom very happy. Yeah, a lot of times you see her happy, but you know that
there's something,
it's a camouflage. Yeah, but Sunday I saw her
all out.
Nice. She was very happy, and that alone, I mean, it feels very, very fulfilling.
Nice. I can imagine that feeling that you are the reason somebody is very excited.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And my people also. Oh, they wanted this so badly. And
they all came.
Yeah.
In fact, on the news on Saturday or Sunday.
Sunday
on the news on Sunday when we crossed over to the National Theatre.
Yeah.
They were announcing supporters for every of the candidates. Then they mentioned, "Are you here for Kokusha?" The whole place erupted. Both way. It's nice. But after winning Mentor, what next for you?
Aluta continua. You just have to keep working, and then prove the voters right, prove the judges right, prove the producers right.
Okay.
So that they would also feel that they didn't waste the crown. Yes, so after here, the song that I performed on the night, a Dangbe song, Sole, that means to pray. Yeah, it's in Dangbe, and a lot of people that are not Dangbes do not understand the lyrics.
Okay.
Yes, so we would have to put some visualizers out, so it helps them understand the concept and appreciate the music
better.
more. Yeah, so that is what we are up to put some visualizers out, and then we have a number of songs also that we are hoping for some collaborations here and there to put out. So
who are you looking for collaborations?
Samini.
Okay.
Samini, yeah, and thanks to Samini, on the 9th he posted about me, he solicited for votes for me. Yeah, so I want to say a very big thank you to the high grade boss Samini Dagati.
Samini has posted you are looking for collaboration. Samini has posted you in Charlie. Just go and say,
it's not allowed for me.
We have finished the thing, so the 10 or half how we go do them. But are you going to look at maintaining your kind of music, or you're going to look at venturing into other areas to see which of the market works for you better?
Yes. It's early days yet. I need to, although the sound is defined, but I still need to explore more and get to, fuse a lot that will make the people connect so much to the music. And so for now, we are still on the steady. Yeah, we are still on the steady.
But how would you describe your style or your kind of music?
It's Afro sounds.
Okay.
Yeah, a blend of African rhythms and indigenous sounds. Yes, so you hear, that's why on the 9th, I brought the Se Obono group on board.
Okay.
So they play the traditional Obono drumming to accompany or to usher my performance in. And so that sound, Obono gudum, gudum, grum, grum, gudum, that's unique to Africans and to Mandangbe people for that matter. Yes. And I intend fusing that into my sounds, so that whilst you are hearing the normal drums, you hear this one too that is very unique and sounds quite different, so that the blend will come in. Yeah, so that's basically it.
So Adani Best, some tiny levels too, all put together.
Yeah. Some Samini vibes, some Stone Boy vibes, here and there.
It's a cocktail.
What way?
And then, so join us on Facebook right now, and then you see his reaction on Sunday. So at this point, what was going through your mind?
When at the point when they were waiting, they said whoever the light falls on is the winner.
And you were standing on something.
Yes, I was just wondering what the minds of the Lord is. Yeah, I keep saying that Bible says horses and chariots are prepared for battle, but victory comes from God.
Yeah.
And so I know this, that no matter the situation, God knows exactly who he wants to crown. So I was just wondering, who does this man want?
And then when the lights came, you knelt down, you bowed your head, and then you covered your face. Wait, did you want to cry or something?
No, I said my prayers to God silently over there. Yasapon has a song that is titled El Shaddai.
Okay.
I love one verse of it. It says, Eradiye swaye biamami yao. Mi boni nyinechi washe mi su maunchrim. Nipa na danti washe mi se bibi hiamia. Mi mfanfe nipa suna mi misa onuano. Inti mumwa mi mami tuwa yeye jumi. Oh, Seradi waye. That's the song that came to my mind. Yeah.
Nice. It's good. I mean, there were a few times that I was coming to watch your performances. A few of the times, come and hide at the back there.
Oh, okay.
And then watch the performances. It was nice. I think I watched like a few episodes before the finals.
Okay.
You were always on top for costume. You were getting a lot of best performances too as well. It was nice. So for many, this was not unexpected. They knew something like this. But there were periods where you were also very close to eviction.
Yes.
During those times, what was happening?
I don't know. I think the votes were not coming in from the very beginning. The votes were not coming in. And one of the nights when I was up for eviction at the last bottom three, that night's performance went viral. And it drew people's attention to the fact that they needed to keep this guy in the competition. So from there, they kept
performance has gone viral. But you are in bottom. People will not know. People will think that it was all rosy, that you went and every day you're on top.
No.
There were periods that Kwekusha was about to go home. There were days that Kwekusha was about to go home.
Yeah.
Were you ever saved by the judges at a point?
Yeah. That was the night I was about to go home.
Okay.
That was the night I was about to go
home.
So
you were, in fact, if they had not saved you, means you would have gone home.
Yeah. Hey! That was the night.
Let's listen to the Yao Sopon song and then we'll wrap up soon.
Eradi ayeye. Yes, waye bia mami yao. Mi boni nyinechi washe mi su maunchrim. Nipana danti oshemi se bibi yamia. Mi mfanfe nipa suna mimi sa onuano. Inti mumwami mami tuwa yeye jumi. Oh, Seradi waye.
And indeed, congratulations again. Congratulations. And we'll be expecting big things from you.
Yeah.
We'll be expecting Kwekusha very soon. Kwekusha featuring Samina.
One of that.
All that we want is Shy and Samini on one song.
Thank you.
Then Charlie, well, all the best. All the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So Kwaku Shy is Mentor 2025. When a breakout edition, he spent some time with us this morning. But that's how we draw the curtains on this morning's episode of Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. My name is Noble Crosby, and you can always log on to our website 3news.com so that you get more news. Before we go this morning, we have a few birthday wishes. We'd like to say happy birthday to some few people. If you're celebrating your birthday today, a happy birthday to you. The first wish is coming to belated 51st birthday. Blessings to Mr. David Lawson Ado from your family and friends. Happy belated 51st birthday to you, Mr. David Lawson Ado from your friends and your family. The next wish this morning is going to... Okay. Honorable Joe Beidwansa, former Minister of Finance and former MP for Efia Kwesi Mintim in the Western Region. Happy birthday to you, Honorable Joe Beidwansa, former Minister of Finance and former MP for Efia Kwesi Mintim in the Western Region. If you're celebrating your birthday today, we want to say happy birthday to you. Thank you. Maki Osiako joined us. Ebo Bakwan also joined us. News at 10 is up next with Krista Belsasa Sheve. Have a great morning. Bye-bye.